Tiger too, and FY, he's ready to look for Seb.
Seb's got to get out.
Oh, Seb.
As indeed, FY, the patience, keeping that control on Seb, buying time for Chalice to come in. Ana is going to look towards the Tusk. Chalice is now there, does have Primal Split available if he wants to look to take this fight. Somnus coming in as well. As Ana, Seb look to hide in the trees. Can they get out of it? Ana's got a TP available. He's into the trees, he's going to show himself in the lane though. They're going to continue to head over. They are going to see Seb make it out in time. They don't have a stun. Ana, can he get out as well? He can. OG will avoid that rotation from PSG LGD.
FY is just so obnoxious there, following Seb for over a minute, just stalking him, trying to have his team come over.
So that's about, you know, a minute without Aegis being used for LGD. They have 2 minutes left, I would say, to capitalize on this Aegis. Oh man, looks like he is loving the PL.
Pretty much back to a 50-50. PSG LGD 2-1 up at the moment in this best of 5 grand finals. 1 game needed to secure the championship title. And at this point, they are ahead here in game 4.
No-Tail hasn't had time to gather a full army of Ancient Creeps. Right now, he just has the Ancient Black Dragon. You really want those other auras when you're at a big disadvantage in these team fights already.
Yeah, it's tough though, because Terax doesn't want to be following around his Chen, giving him the Aghanim, so. As Thompson, see, he does have a Lincoln Sphere picked up, and they should have the BKB finished on Seb too. So that'll give him a little bit easier time to get those Blink calls as he's been suffering to do so in the last few fights. And Somnus, full I've Scotty picked up, about to be level 25 as well.
Yeah, they just need a couple more minutes on the side of OG before they're ready to fight. Wait for Aegis to expire.
Seb, he's in, gets the call, the character's going to get FY, there with the snowball save, he's going to be fine, and now they turn to look towards the axe. The taunt's going to be out, Seb goes for the TP, they've got the stun to cancel though. Seb held back for now, Thompson trying to offer his best from the side to provide some sort of safety, as he will get Seb back. They're able to get Seb back to safety, and Thompson, he's running away. X-Nova's there with the wraparound, gets the slow off, gives the vision for the snowball. TP from No-Tail's coming in towards the stride, but Thompson, he's trapped.
That's twice in the series that X-Nova just comes out of nowhere. Like, he's just on a warding expedition, then he just ends up wrapping behind these people constantly.
Perfect time.
Perfect timing, and has the Centaur creep to boot. And look at these deep wards that he's placed during that time that he was running around doing so. He now has full vision of OG. Yeah, he sees Ana farming these Ancients right now.
Oh, Ana. FY just giving so much information for the team. Get the punch on the wrong target.
Good harass coming in from General. Along with Downs just continues to right-click away, turning around onto General. Inkswell is on a creep, okay.
That's
casual misclick, I guess.
No, he expected that soon.
Yeah, always want to fly. Might just be first blood. Purges away the napalm stacks and manages to get under the safety of the tier 2 tower, so no first blood spilled yet. Iceberg, however, big trouble here. If Thompson finds him, that's going to be a kill. Alright. Quick regens and back to the lane. Mid one's pulling some creeps around, trying to force Slark to farm under the tower. That's something that the Slark really doesn't enjoy doing. And mid one might even... well, I don't think he's going to lose his life here. The creeps are hitting him quite hard. Always want to fly coming in from a wraparound. 5 seconds for his Q. Mid one's still going at it.
Be a bit of
No.
As I said before, I don't wards you. I'm never gonna do it.
Yep. He is. Lark's also getting some free time on this lane, just getting that solo XP, despite usually saying that Slarks have a hard time farming under the tower. He's got 28 CS, already racked up a couple levels as well. It's going to help him a lot here. It's off a good start to the game. Sumail, 25 CS as well, so the carries are both pretty tied up. Sucks is just stacking up the creeps. Just continuing the same thing that they started off early. They just keep on forcing the creep wave forces under Fly to Moon's tower. Bounty runes will spawn in 5 seconds, so Mid1 and Soxa just trying to contest this, but Slark's already down the river. B-Tune could just snatch these bounties for himself. Always want to fly, gets stunned up by Soxa. Mid1 just farming them here with the Firefly. Oracle doesn't have his Q available, but will be fine. Meanwhile, bottom lane, Thompson's actually rotated bottom, goes for the combo here. General manages to get his swashbuckle off just in time. The lower downs will also back away.
Very aggressive.
While he did this rotation and Pango didn't actually die, Iceberg got some time to get some XP in the lane. That's always something that you need to remember about the mid lane rotations, is when you do it, you need to make it count. Otherwise, you're just letting your opponent back into the game. Even if you won the lane, it's, you know, it quickly shifts back out of balance. And meanwhile, bottom lane, Sumail looking for a kill here. Pango might go down. General, 6 seconds for a swashbuckle. Sumail doesn't commit fully for it, but No Tail will be the first blood. Aloha Dance will find the kill. He is tanking a lot of creeps. You know, Sumail was hoping for some bashes to come out, but not this time. And FTM open the scoreboard.
Very good. I'll scan. Go down to go. Had to either.
Yes.
He's back in. Oh, huh.
Looking at the top lane at the same time, but Aloha Dance, I think this might be a casualty here. OG might just get their first kill. Toss, slapping away. Shikuchi won't come off cooldown just in time, and Thompson gets the first kill for OG. Now in the top lane, always want to fly, gets the route onto 2. He does get lassoed up on Mid1. Getting harassed here. That should be the fall of the Oracle. That should be. And V-Tune, he does have an ulti available, but when does he want to use it? Or does he want to use it at all? He will just disengage from Soxa and Mid1, because he realizes if he uses it and tries to go for a kill, they're either kite him or for it to run out and then just instantly re-initiate on the Slark. So he will dodge that one. Iceberg has been found. No Tail showing himself as well. Just a bit of casual harass there.
Stack over there. Pressuring this. That is a private. This guy's not exactly.
Yeah, exactly. B-Tune.
What you're going to.
Soxa level 3, still holding on to his 3rd skill point. Hasn't leveled up anything yet. Could technically go for a skin carapace. You need that small mini stun. You know, in the river, Thompson in a bit of trouble. The boat will be thrown with the X mark, and Thompson in trouble. Conker throws him into the air with the torrent. Thompson will fall.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
He does.
Void's rotating fairly soon.
Yeah, exactly. You're gonna need Thompson with first damage to make it work out, but now they have the Oracle thrown in with the last zone. Still need to interrupt it with the X mark, but it will go down, and now the interruption coming in from FTM. OG on the run. Thompson, he doesn't want to die a second time here. Gets the stun on Iceberg, gets the kill. V2 right next to Thompson, and now it's a one-on-one fight here. Sucks to just throw the stun in, and Aloha Dance is there as well. The skin carapace will stun him in place, and Aloha Dance is on the run now. They managed to get those lock away from the battle. Now comes Pango. General throws in the ultimate. He's going to try and stun lock Tiny. He will get 2. Does he get the 3rd one? He will die to Always Want to Fly. And now OG on the run. They've lost one of their cores. They've actually lost 2 of their cores now. Sumail coming in. When will he use that Chronosphere? Is he going to use it at all? They will lose 1 target. General now in the river. Sucks the frozen to stun onto the Pango. Another disarm coming in from Always Want to Fly. And General is he's surviving this because of that. And Soxa is so close to dying. Aloha Dance will chase down Soxa. Kills him with the Shikuchi. And now V-Tune. He's happy to disengage from this one. Fly to Moon, pull it off, and no Chronosphere used.
Melty being late there, and yeah, you can see by the way that OG Iceberg is gonna come in engage. So they're TPing gate where they bring one hero, then as soon as
Radiant's
Already
middle
bring-
tower is under attack.
fight and try to
Double damage.
Yep.
mail to it right to this.
That's just punk.
Pretty aggressive.
He is, but there's an engagement going in mid at the same time. Mid one will be thrown on the boat. Double torrent thrown into the air. Saksa in trouble, but mid one gets the lasso onto the Weaver. He's very low. Sumail gets the Chrono onto 2, and they might take the Weaver. They might even go on the Conquer, but do they have the damage to take him out? They will take him down to half HP. The break will come in. Here comes Thompson, and Thompson with the slap, and that will cause Flight and Moon to lose 2 of their heroes in the mid lane. There's your Chronosphere, and there's the rotation coming in from OG.
Is under attack.
Oh, and that's way more
Dire
expensive than
structures are fortified. Radiant's
with-
bottom tower is under attack. Dire's middle tower
Go
is
for
under
it, it'll-
attack.
Yeah, just making sure that the Pango doesn't get all the way to that tower. The Catapult did do a decent amount of damage onto that bottom tier 1 tower, but it still remains for OG. I think this is the alpha male in a sense, alpha wolf. Doesn't really care much about the opponent, what they think about. Will be scouted by a ward, so General will quickly walk out. It's got a lot of mobility on this hero.
Iceberg just discovered his stack was gone. That's a bit.
Yeah.
Well, that went bad quickly.
All this work for nothing.
By the way, with it's like he went for the always. It always also meant that he, because he's already goes for him. But if a fight goes this side of him,
Dire's
he can
top
come and
tower is
backstab
under
them.
attack.
Enjoy that side. Yeah, right? Partner on jungle.
Exactly. Efficiency in the best way. Aloha Dance trying to run away from Thompson. It's giving a little bit of chase. Bulky guy. I mean, you can see Thompson's been training in the SDA. And now Sumail. 7 seconds for that Chronosphere to be up. But Thompson doesn't need the help of the Chronosphere. Will slap down the Oracle. We've got a boat coming in the back. They're going to catch No Tail thrown into the air with a Torrent. General, good amount of damage. Pops his ultimate. Doesn't have shield crash though, so he's going to have to take a longer route. But he will crash onto Sumail. He will hold him in the stun lock as well. No moves for your Void, but he jumps onto the high ground. And Sumail gets away. He will get chased, however. A lot of minus armor ticking in. Mid one coming in for the rescue. Does he get the lasso off in time? He doesn't actually even need to use it. Sumail will survive. And now at the river, Saksa will be caught here by V2 and Iceberg. The pounce doesn't actually connect. Now comes the lasso, holding General, pushing him back. Saksa comes in with a break, goes with a stun, and that should be a dead Pango. He does nothing to escape with, and Saksa will punish him.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
I mean, these guys are like so dependent on their cooldowns. If they manage to kite you for just like 4 to 5 seconds, that already means like several abilities will come off cooldown, allowing OG to see an opening. You see a guy still chasing, you're like, hey, we've got all our abilities up. Let's go again. That's exactly what OG just does, basically. Is just fake out or just disengage in it. So it's not even fake it out and just turn around once you've got your abilities up. I think that's also a mark of a team that is really comfortable with the draft that they're with and how they play together, how the team synergy works in, and especially the experience for this team. Flight and Moon, they have the similar types of things as well, the similar traits that a good team requires, but OG just has more experience. So if Flight and Moon with this draft alone and how they pull off these team fights, they're going to have to work double time against double TI winners.
They are for sure, but don't underestimate.
Never underestimate.
Because in several of the previous
Dire's top tower is under attack. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
X mark. Soxa. And Carapace will soak up the damage from the boat. Gonna get rooted up. Mid one on top. Instantly rotating to the help. They do have a lasso available, but he doesn't have the mana to cast it. They don't need it for now. Always when a fly will fall. Iceberg in trouble. He's isolated from the rest of his team. So FTM, they're going to sack their Kunkka. And OG will take that happily. That means your mid-tier 1 tower might be in peril. They also find Aloha Dance really close to falling down. And they're just hunting for more.
They're happy. They're just.
All right, there comes the initiation general. Needs to get a stun. Oh, G will just, they're just dodging this ball. Man, they've been bowling before. They managed to completely run out General's ultimate, but Thompson throws away the Slark. Nice avalanche as well. Nix now coming in with an ink swap, popped on him. Aloha Dance is there. They also got the Oracle, the most important target with no level 6. It's 15 minutes in, and always when a fly is dead once again. This Oracle is just getting punished over and over again.
Oh, wait, their ward position. Also, but catapult too. I imagine that. He's nearly got his defeat.
What have we here?
Dire structure.
Yeah, exactly. We haven't really talked much about items, and as you can all see from here, Slark has a Diffusal Blade, but that's pretty much the only item that FTM has managed to build up here in the first 60 minutes. Only stat items up till now. No other mid-game or semi-big items built except for the Diffusal, which is something for Slark, but it's not everything for this hero.
It isn't. However, with the Vlad's come. Vlad's also gonna. You don't have to put up a. It really depends.
Radiant's bottom tower
Or always
is under
want to
attack.
Deserves it. The Oracle. Died. Can't help but feel.
And the Aloha Dance. Socks that nice stun onto the Weaver. Should reveal him in just a second, and there he goes. Deleted. Then again, comes for a buyback. They've got the boat connecting onto Thompson and Kunkka's in. They've got Angrim ulti as well, holding the Slug. Double lasso. Look at that beautiful thing. Oh, he's trying to clip both of them, but they're just held in place. Slug is solo to dying. B2 needs to run the Chronosphere. Sumo catching 3. Slug will fall. They're also set to take down the Kunkka. Iceberg is dead. Always want to fly will melt as well, and OG are running them over. Thompson will follow up onto General, throw him to his teammates, and make sure that General will not tell his kids the story about how we fought against OG and we did not prevail. He's still holding alive for now, but in the end, it doesn't even matter. He's down. They will use the glyph as well to try and get some extra hits from the tower, but it's not going to be enough, and OG just run over FTM.
Radiant's bottom tower
It's
is under
it's so to take that fight right there, but you have no vision up until FTMs. You don't know who's waiting there. Aloha Dance is just +4. He's not saving. Should not.
And gone. This man. Oh.
But gets squashed.
Exactly.
Okay?
Just sack him. Low.
It's a rule that we made with Complexity as well. Like, sometimes the homies go up into a bad neighborhood. You do not follow the homies.
You don't. Well, at least in that team fight, on the positive side, Oracle got to use his ultimate. So maybe we'll see more of this. Maybe in some more better fashion. Thompson playing really aggressive here. Can he catch him? This is a big kill for FT, and this is a huge pick off here. Thompson will fall. He will feed the mega kill streak as well to General, and his aggression has been punished.
That's something I really want to.
under attack.
That's still very punishing. Nowadays, but if you're ahead, it's a slap on the wrist. That streak was worth 400 gold. It's not like you gave it.
The X mark from Grim. There comes the boat. Double ulti thrown on before he gets stunned up. Nix will also get the stun onto Kunkka. Sumail, no Chronosphere available. Just trying to hit the bug first before he goes into the fight. General getting a nice amount of damage. Up mid, one in trouble, he will fall. And this is so many losses for OG already. Aloha Dance is trying to man fight here with Sumail, just tanking him up, trading hits. Always Fly will take the kill with the Q. And OG, they're on the run now.
In those moments about where and Aloha Dance nearly gets burst again. It's where that hey, can fight them now, come back to fight them. They're also kind of over.
And they're losing even more heroes now. Now the 20-minute bounties will spawn as well. And FTM are going to take at least 3 out of the 4. Looks like they're going to take all 4. Yeah, Aloha Dance does take it. Hobson is still trying to nuke this Aloha Dance Weaver 2 times in a row now.
It's a lesson. You go up north. Lots of ring. Fight them.
20 minutes now played, yeah. 20 minutes played in our first game between OG and Fly to Moon. This is also OG's opening game in ESL One Birmingham here in Group B. Fly to Moon lost 2-0 yesterday against Hellraisers, so they're hungry for blood. They really want to at least score 1 point, maybe even win the series. But right now, General, I don't think he's going to win this fight. He does have a Swashbuckle to get out. Just instant TP. Thompson doesn't have anything. Neither does Soxa. He will TP out. Back to safety. Meanwhile, V-Tune is farming up Sanj and Yasha into a Satanic. I like this build. A lot of stat resist.
To be able to get out of those lassos early. Fly through the ground.
Radiant are scanning.
Yeah, look at this. Radiant scan, 4-man smoke. General will pop the smokes and he manages to run out, dodges the the avalanche with the swashbuckle, but he will lose his life and they're just gonna disengage from this. No point staying around for Iceberg, so Conker walks out. This will also mean a tier 2 tower in trouble. So what FTM are gonna do, they're just gonna cut the wave. Aloha Dance picks up one of the waves. V-Tune doesn't want to stay around in bottom to keep on pushing this lane. And Thompson's once again showing up, and Aloha Dance knows that he's probably not as lucky this time as he was the previous 2 times before.
He's got a bit. He's got a. I don't think he.
Dire's middle tower has fallen.
Yeah, they just smoked right outside. They smoked just outside of their ward vision in the mid area, so they allowed to get that smoke kill. But you found Always Wanna Fly, not the best target, but it's a kill. I wouldn't say it's the best smoke, since they really were looking for a more bigger target at this case, but you gotta take what you get.
Yeah, at this point in.
Radiant's top tower is under attack. Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Well, they tried to get off of it, but see a little bit of pressure.
Oh, the Fusel Blade, the slows there. Won't survive this one. Meanwhile, another fight breaking loose. No Tail gets his ulti off. He's got backup coming. Thompson coming in. The toss. Another toss. And he will die because of it. The Grimstroke ulti allowing the double toss to land onto General. So he takes double the damage and he will fall. Thompson, Blink Dagger ready. Goes for the avalanche. Goes the toss. And now we have the Oracle in trouble. He will go down as well. Conker pops his BKB though. He pulls back Thompson with the X mark. And he's trying to run away behind his tier 4 towers. And he will be fine. Sumail still holding onto his Chronosphere. No need to use it here. 3 heroes down from Fly to Moon.
That location before. You can't fight there. Oh, can't see them. That's.
One thing that FTM can't allow to do here is let fear take over.
Oh yeah, but there's fear and caution.
There's fear and caution, that's true.
Area here, you know, that's Mordor. Could don't just walk up into there.
Now we got both teams playing on both sides of the Dire map. We've got the top jungle for FTM, the bottom side jungle for OG. Slowly encroaching towards that bottom tier 1 tower. Be able to take it down.
A little. Basically, the.
And the same thing again, Aloha Dance falls and they will just throw in the Conquer combo for it. Won't work out this time. Mid one looking for the last, but he doesn't get it up, and Sumail trying to land a Chronosphere, but there's not enough targets right now. Oh no, the blade break just happened. That just happened, but they have to take this spot anyway. B2 in the middle of the battle. They throw the Avalanche onto the ground as well. They got Slark in his ultimate. No Tail is dropping really low, and he might just fall. He will. Now we've got the Pangolier in the middle of the fight as well, and he's just sanking hits. Sumail is also dropping really low. He does have his jump available. He will jump away. General, he's ulted by the Oracle. Not sure if he's going to survive and live through this. He's really low. I think he might just actually live through this, and Thompson will buy the time. Soxa also throws in another stun to keep Iceberg and B-Tune in place, and off the run. Trying to use the roots onto B-Tune, but they won't catch anyone.
Beautiful.
Oh, he's out.
As soon as that Chrono whiffs, they know they gotta get out. But see them shift fight to make sure more disposable heroes take lines. Mail's already long gone by the time that Saxa still. They make sure the Saxa doesn't get out there. Well, that's get out with everything.
The cavalry's arriving towards the bot lane, but General, once again, he's already out of there before things go grim. Still got more TPs coming in. Iceberg holding on to the bottom tower. General trying to quickly make his way back. It looks like the call has been given that let's fight bottom. I've got a DD rune. Let's go. Aloha Dance, however, sacked once again.
The lines of your
Death number 7.
Means so much. Bunched up.
Darn. They have no vision about OG. They can only just rely on their instincts and their info that's given. That we see Soxa in mid one. OG, however, see their entire team pretty much, and they will find the General Pangolier. Pango in big trouble. He will go down. That's the opener for OG. They can take this fight now. Always want to fly. Trying to go for the run here. He does have an X-Well mid one right next to him, so he will end up getting stunned up on Iceberg. Turning around with a stun. Sumail, 20 seconds for his Chronosphere. Doesn't have it up right now, but he will go for the fight. V2, the Slug just trading hits. He doesn't get that many out, however, and he's still building up stacks. Mid one trying to get his way out. Chuck does pop his BKB. Sumail in trouble. He doesn't get his jump off, and he will die. He does get leashed up. Now Thompson in trouble in the trees. General will find him. There's another fight breaking loose at the same time as Soxa will be hit by Iceberg and the Oracle. They will lose mid one. They will lose Thompson. They're going to lose Soxa as well. And there we have it. Fly to Moon are back in the game.
And that's so unfortunate that OG get caught.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
And why that Slark building. Keep on building those stacks.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
And as the engagement goes,
Radiant structures are fortified. Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Yeah, that's also something that I'm worried about here is OG I think before that fight they were relying that they'll just get their ultimates during the team fight, and Fly to Moon has false information about Chrono's not up. They don't have it yet. Oh, they're not even using it. Let's win this fight. They even lost their Pangolier at the start of the fight, but still FTM just pulled out stronger.
does better in the long. Whereas most heroes not actually. Blade coming up. He's definitely, and that's going to detract from OG. Adding a instead of getting into these
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Solar Crest soon ready for Pango. Is going to take another 1k to finish that item off. Going to be a huge buff here for the Slark. Also for the Kunkka if they want to use it, but I think it's just buffing up the Slark in these fights. Give him some extra movement speed during the fights. He's already running at maximum when he's out of combat. But during the fights, just being able to throw out hits, increased attack speed, increased armor. Such a really good item if they can just keep buffing up this Slark. As he's building himself to be tankier, he's got his teammates to help him out. Now, Iceberg. Casual E-Blade Thompson as well. He popped his BKB, will TP out, so they will force the 7-second BKB out, and OG goes straight for Roshan.
They know that this was most likely to face.
There's a DD in the river, however. This could, if they make it in time, OG actually they leave the Roshan because they find themselves a pickoff, and it's Aloha Dance once again. But he gets his ulti up. The E-Blade actually screws up their combo here, in a sense. I mean, he does have a lot more tankiness than before. It's not necessarily the problem of the E-Blade here, but Aloha Dance is just kiting them out. And FTM looking for an opening. Thompson is going ham. He wants to jump straight onto the Kunkka. He throws his combo out, and Sumail goes. He gets his chrono. He's got 2. He's got the Oracle. Always want to fly will fall down first. General coming into the backline. They take down No-Tail. Saxa trying to run away as well. Thompson and Sumail already disengaging from here. Mid one. He's in big trouble. He's got his BKB popped up. He's just kiting them around the river. Thompson coming in around for another round. He takes down Iceberg. Now Sumail and Thompson looking for an answer here as General chases down mid one. V-Tune with the DD rune is going to run out in like 2 seconds, so he might not be able to use it here, but OG looking for another nice 2-man stun coming in, and Sumail jumping into the fight as well, but he will get that double edge back up from Thompson, and they blow up Aloha Dance, and they need to get these cores. V-Tune has popped his ultimate. Sumail is still being kept alive. He's been E-bladed by his teammate as well, so he won't be taken down by the right clicks, and now Slark in trouble. He's in the middle of everyone, and OG will blow him up, or will they? V-Tune, he's popping satanic, he's just regenerating out of everything. He's going in for Sumail again, and Sumail is just trying to get some distance. He manages to get the jump off just in time, and he will live. V-Tune is not able to get any kills here. General still keeping up the chase. No-Tail is trying to run away. Sox and Thompson right next to V-Tune with another jump in, another 2-man stun, and they've got them both held in place. General will go down. V-Tune in big trouble. He's trying to TP, but he gets rooted, so he will be cancelled. And V-Tune, he will go down, and he will not even kill No-Tail. That is a team wipe. OG wipe the floor.
That took OG buyback still, and for most of that
very costly.
Was playing 2 versus 4.
Very, very costly here for OG with the buybacks, but they get the team wipe, and they're not able to even go to Roshan yet.
Imagine that they want to be more careful now. At least does FTM realize that exactly? I'm not sure.
32 minutes played, and now the first actual Roshan attempt is in because FTM were not able to contest this. So OG will pick up the first ages of the game. Now it's up to them how they're going to use it. Are they going to start pushing the objectives, or will they buy more time for the next items to be built? Faceless Portal Satanic is only 1k away. Bad Rider Shiva is still very far away. Tiny going for an E-Blade date on build. Thompson bringing some memes already here in this first game. Why the hell not? I mean, it's all for content. It's all for the viewers.
If you don't think he's win here, though, I was talking about that lack of damage. Don't want these. Thompson is going in burst damage. Definitely.
Yeah, that works. Mid one forced to use his BKB. Aloha Dance. Won't be able to use it. He will pop the BKB charge from mid one at least.
Dire's top tower is under once again. Dire's structures
and they finally have the ward. Quite their team. Definite. As you said, Sumail's probably going to
structures are fortified.
That OG running.
Dire's top tower
just
is
yet
under attack. Radiant's bottom tower.
Oh, mid one goes in. They get the save on Aloha Dance from the Oracle. Ulti. Always want to fly. Will game quickly blown up, however. Now Thompson is surrounded by enemies. He does have Socks. They've got mid one coming to back him up. He's just trying to kite them away. Now forcing the Slark to use his Dark Pact. He will be tossed away into mid one. Thompson still living alive, and there comes the Chrono from Sumail. He's the perfect one. He's got Slark. He's got the Weaver. He needs to take down the Slark. He will. He will take down one of the biggest targets from FTM. He will also take down Aloha Dance. The 2 years gone, and now Iceberg coming in for the initiation onto the back as well. No Tail is once again the target. He wants to kill. Throws X-Mark. Does get saved. The E-Blade. Thompson once again saving his teammates. The Tidebringer will do 0 damage as well because of it, and they're just controlling him. Stunlock after Stunlock after Stunlock. And that's Iceberg down as well. And OG survive without casualties. Whoa.
It's still very... I get why they want to go for it. I don't... You know that Smell probably just want still farm up. You know that there is this opportunity. Go on Thompson. Then Sunil gets a chrono on Slark without too many stacks up at all. The Oracle is at that point. It's all about how you take some radiant. So very easily. He gets right. And
25 seconds for the Conquer to be up. He does have a buyback available. Slark up in 10 seconds. General's ulti was forced in the bottom lane as mid one was putting some pressure, and instantly as he saw him use it and disengage, he just TP'd back to the mid lane. He has his lasso, he has everything. Thompson goes in for the fight. Always want to fly. He just gets saved by Aloha Dance, who now finally has the Axe. He needs to maybe even use it a second time here, but Slark is actually fine. OG disengage. They smoke up and maybe even fake back. Are they going to stay around? Still running around the trees here. Gonna wait for someone to exit base. Maybe look for an opening here. Thompson. E-Blade on the Slark. Should have harassed. Dagon. Not enough to kill V-Tune.
Maximize. He has spells off. Builds his mental pressure on. Wherever you go, there is going top. Right after you get earned spells in this. I was more. Yes. I guess I should. Now we're gonna leave.
Yes. Conky just X-marking his way there to the lane and just constantly getting smacked by bashes by Sumail. Slowly chipping onto that tier 3.
Sumail's on your tower.
Yeah, they got to respond somehow and maybe even try and find someone in the back lines, but they're so well spread out, and Thompson is guarding the bottom side, so No Tail is safe here. Socks are the same thing. Sumail is in the front. Won't go for the jump out. Disengage for now. There's the X mark, mid one. Does he use his BKB or not? Thrown into the air with the torn, still holding on to it. There comes the lash. Sumail looking for a chrono. There are a lot of stacking up FTM players. He jumps in the back line. He only catches the Oracle, but he does have him at least. And that Oracle is gone. He does have a buyback. He's going to use it instantly to get back into the fight. General with the ultimate. They're holding Sumail. He does have an Aegis, so he will be fine. But at the same time, Iceberg is in really big trouble here in the middle of the OG lineup, and he will go down. He's fallen. He will have a buyback, but he needs to use it if he wants to come back into the fight, and he will. General and V2 trying to chase down Soxa. Soxa will go down. Oh, mid one and No Tail on the run. Sumail as well trying to disengage here. V2 gets the pounce. He pounces onto the base as well. Thompson meanwhile kills General at the same time. Sumail with another jump into the trees. Aloha Giants trying to go for some scouting here, but No Tail will TP out. Sumail, oh, he doesn't get as lucky. He does have a Manta available, but it's not going to be enough here, or is it? No.
Not this.
Not this time.
This is fine by OG, though. That's an Iceberg buyback. If one of those buys back is actually Iceberg is walking the
Oh, poor Aloha Dance once again. Thompson says hi.
Yeah. And what I want to say though is Iceberg will back if he dies any of his team.
Yep. The only move with buyback is a Grim.
So big win to the attack still, not which death on some.
Also also wonder who's going to take the initiative here. Thompson just blinks out. We're both trying to look for an opening here, but FTM are just sticking close to each other as they know fight is going to be maybe the biggest fight of the game, and it might decide how this game is going to go. If they can get some kills, they can start closing up on OG's base and force buybacks. If they lose a fight, they either lose their base or it's just over. Closing up on the 40-minute mark as well. Bounties will be up in 30 seconds. General keeping up the push. Thompson, finally, they're all going for General right now. There's the E-Blade. Dagon. It's going to get blown up by this combo. Try to get the jump off him. Mid one will come there. The Oracle save onto General, but General, is he going to go round? He's just going to sacrifice his life here. Not sure if he has enough healing on him. Oh, just barely. Considering that's a level 2 ult as well, and you know, you can do a lot of healing during that time. I only just got a little bit extra. There's another DD room. Seems like the most common rune of this game is the DD room.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack. Dire's bottom tower has fallen.
Oh, if OG get it. Aloha Dance, he sees it. The info's given. And it's just gonna quickly go on Aloha Dance. We've seen this before from time and time again.
Smail's got to back off.
Oh, this is going to definitely lead into some objectives. Roshan, minimum respawn timer, 20 seconds as well. So OD could definitely just go for the information on the Roche pit right after they finish up with this bot tier 2 tower. Unless they want to keep on going. But DD is probably going to be up for about 10 seconds. Maybe a bit more than that. Yeah, they will. Oh, they find the Conko. They've got Iceberg. Iceberg, he cannot die here. He needs to get his BKB up as soon as possible. The Chrono Spear on the backline over. He's got Thompson as well, and it always when a fly will go down. There's no magic on the Oracle, and Pango will get blown up. Thompson with the E-Blade, with the Dagon. They just evaporate these heroes, but it's 5 against 3. It's looking like Fly to Move lift their last moments here in this game 1, but they're still going to get the fight. Another 2-man stun coming in from Sox as well. The Torrent to throw Sumail into the air, and Iceberg is the tip of the iceberg here. He is still taking damage. He's dropping low, still got 1200 HP, but Thompson says no. Slaps the Dagon in the face, and FTM, 3 heroes down. It might just be game here. They're going for the bottom racks. That means the tier 3 tower will fall and get those bottom racks as well. That means they only need to get top for Megas or just go straight for the tier 4s. But let's see what's going to happen. Still 40 seconds for the Oracle, 95 seconds for the Kunkka, half a minute as well for the Pango. They might just as well try this fight without the Kunkka up. Let's see OG. They're shifting towards the top lane. They want to secure the mega creeps at least. Last tier 3 tower falling. Going toward, they still have the glyph. They're actually going to glyph this tower. They know that this is the objective they want to fight at, unless they want to go up against Megas. 10 seconds for the Oracle and the Pango to be up alive. They need to initiate soon. The melee racks are already getting wiped out. V-Tune walking in. He's going ham. He pops in Minotaur Horn as well, but he's getting lassoed up. He will get saved by the Weaver. Aloha Dance will save him from now. Now mid one, in the middle of everything. Thompson goes into the fight. He throws his E-Blade and his Dagon into the fight. They've got another route coming in. The General throws his ulti, but they're just dodging him. Thompson, he throws away V-Tune. And now Sumail, 1 more minute until he has a Chrono Sphere up, so he won't be in this fight. Now they're just going straight onto Sumail, and Slark is also taking some hits. They got another route. The Oracle coming into as well to go to V-Tune to keep him up alive just a bit longer. Soxa, he will get rooted up. V-Tune going in, and Thompson just jumping the back line. He's throwing the Oracle into the battle, but he does have his W on, so he won't take any magical damage there. Mid one, for another jump in here to the back, and Thompson is just making sure nobody's going to TP, or sorry, blink backwards and go back to the fountain. So they're holding the back line. They're just, I don't know, they're playing baseball or something here. They just catch General. V-Tune is in trouble. He's going to fall down as well. He does get another ulti coming in from Aloha Dance, but he will eventually fall down. GG will play this called as well, and OG will take game 1 against Fly to Moon.
Great boss, finally down. My goodness, I got a hand Fly to Moon. That was, they were pressured the entire game. I don't think there was a single minute where OG was not on Fly to Moon's map. Their heroes actively
He's found himself No-Tail out on his own.
He's trapped him.
There's No-Tail. Is he going to get any sort of backup? No, he's not. There's 3 still dead on OG. It'll be a slow and painful death here for No-Tail as Zame comes in for the kill secure.
I love the way that Chalice popped his BKB super early in that fight. He just knows, I just need to get my ulti off, and he cast it at a very safe range. He didn't wait for the last second of his BKB. He's not very greedy. I think that's a lot of the reason why they've been winning these team fights. Seb has been struggling, still about 1,000 gold away from his BKB.
I mean, yeah, this Brewmaster is a display of perfection, really. It's the highest level in the game with his Bloodseekers.
And doing a ton of damage. One of the most damage in the game as an offlaner.
Now has full Shiva, so even more ways. He's pretty much itemized entirely just to be like, Ana, I'm ruining your game. I've got Radiance, I've got Shivas. You're going to struggle so much in these fights as Phantom Lancer.
Eric's did his best to keep Ana alive, and but Ana wasn't able to do damage because he was ruptured. He wasn't that low on HP, but still can't run around.
Seb.
Oh, I'm his Ninjas here.
Got to be careful who shows up top. Indeed, Jerax. He's going out on his own. He doesn't expect Zame to have this invis rune. And Zame will show himself. Jerax goes across, but Somnus is there.
Somnus is not messing without rupturing.
No mercy. They're feeling very confident now at this point, getting these very advantageous team fights as well as getting kills on the split push too. Thompson though, we'll find X-Nova.
Seb, and as well. Between the two of them, they'll take down the support edge. FY's going to come in though. He hasn't got anyone else with him at the moment. It is just FY, so just playing around with Seb.
He has no help around at all, and he's still just making Seb's life miserable.
He's toying with him. He's just making him not be able to come back. Look, they're already starting to rotate this Brewmaster and Bloodseeker too, and FY, he's ready to look for Seb.
Seb's got to get out.
Oh, Seb.
As indeed, FY, the patience keeping that control on Seb, buying time for Chalice to come in. Ana is going to look towards the Tusk. Chalice is now there, does have Primal Split available if he wants to look to take this fight. Somnus coming in as well. As Ana, Seb look to hide in the trees. Can they get out of it? Ana's got a TP available. He's into the trees. He's going to show himself in the lane though. They're going to continue to head over. They are going to see Seb make it out in time. They don't have a stun. Ana, can he get out as well? He can. OG will avoid that rotation from PSG LGD.
FY is just so obnoxious there, following Seb for over a minute, just stalking him, trying to have his team come over.
So that's about, a minute without Aegis being used for LGD. They have 2 minutes left, I would say, to capitalize on this Aegis. Oh man, looks like he is level 50.
Pretty much back to a 50-50. PSG LGD 2-1 up at the moment in this best of 5 grand finals. 1 game needed to secure the championship title. And at this point, they are ahead here in game 4.
No-Tail hasn't had time to gather a full army of Ancient Creeps. Right now, he just has the Ancient Black Dragon. You really want those other auras when you're at a big disadvantage in these team fights already.
Yeah, it's tough though, because Jerax doesn't want to be following around his Chen, giving him the Aghanim, so. As Thompson, he does have a Lincoln Sphere picked up, and they should have the BKB finished on Seb too. So that'll give him a little bit easier time to get those Blink Calls as he's been suffering to do so in the last few fights. And Somnus, full I've Scotty picked up, about to be level 25 as well.
Yeah, they just need a couple more minutes on the side of OG before they're ready to fight. Wait for the Aegis to expire.
Seb, he's in. Gets the call. The character's going to get FY. There with the snowball save. He's going to be fine, and now they turn to look towards the axe. The taunt's going to be out. Seb goes for the TP. They've got the stun to cancel them. Seb held back for now. Thompson trying to offer his best from the side to provide some sort of safety, as he will get Seb back. They're able to get Seb back to safety, and Thompson is running away. X-Nova's there with the wraparound, gets the slow off, gives the vision for the snowball. TP from No-Tail's coming in towards the shrine, but Thompson, he's trapped.
That's twice in this series that X-Nova just comes out of nowhere. Like, he's just on a warding expedition, then he just ends up wrapping behind these people constantly.
Perfect time.
Perfect timing, and has the Senton creep to boot. And look at these deep wards that he's placed during that time that he was running around doing so. He now has full vision of OG. Yeah, sees Ana farming these Ancients right now.
Oh, Ana. FY just giving so much information for the team. He's got eyes on him. Get the punch on the wrong target, but the snowball pass will catch Ana. Ana, he's in trouble. The Blood Bright Silence connects. He's got the Manta back up in a second, but can he really play his way out of this one? He cannot. Ana down for a minute and a half.
Just having all this vision. And X-Nova throughout this whole tournament has had the best vision in every situation, even when you wouldn't expect it. They're just like, oh, they're fighting on the left side. They're not going to have vision over here. But no, Xnova always seems to have those prepared in every situation.
And he has some incredible foresight to be able to have these wars that just lead to really clutch pickoffs. And Axe has not spent his money on BKB. He has the money, but he might be looking to save for buyback.
We'll see if any of the buybacks do get forced out. Thompson's still dead for 15. Ideally, he doesn't buy back here. They may have to buy back on Ana. He's gone for 50 seconds. The split coming out from Chalice. He's ready to push in, look for the stun on No-Tail to hold back the Chen as the mid-racks are exposed. PSG LGD, 40 minutes in, able to open into the base and clean out this mid lane of racks. Still Ana holding on to that buyback.
And they're going to keep going here. They really want to force this PL to come back here.
Stun onto Thompson. He will blink dodge it. But another tier 3 tower falling incredibly fast. They really don't want to use it. Seb jumps in, gets the call onto FY. There's the buyback. The Cataclysm isn't enough to do anything. It isn't. PSG LGD still fighting strong. Thompson getting focused by Somnus. Seb taken down by Armin. The triple buybacks now out as Ana in trouble. He's pulled back for this one. The deafening blast onto the three of them. Knocks the back, but Ana gets focused. Seb! He's in with the call. He has the control onto the morphing Somnus. Now being chased by Thompson. Blinks in with the cold snap. The PL army's on top of it. They get Somnus too. As OG, they have to expend 3 buybacks, but they hold on to the top racks. Somnus now down for 2 minutes. No buyback available on this Bloodseeker.
Yeah, he's 400 gold short of it. It's up in about 8 seconds. OG, they have to make so much happen here. They have to push out all their lanes. 2 of the side lanes are already gone, but I think trying to get some kills here, like on FY here, would be very ideal.
I mean, look how close to Brew is at 25.
So close.
With that primal split cooldown.
Oh, Thompson, he sees it FY. He's used the snowball, he turns with the combo FY with the self-fuels, but OG, they've surrounded him. Seb jumps in with the call, the blade mail, FY's gone.
Instant buyback from FY.
Still that scary, scary time for LGD. 75 seconds without Somnus. OG have the full 5-man pushing in all 3 lanes at the same time as they approach LGD's base.
I don't even know if I get the edge of this team fight. I mean, LGD are goal, but no blood take up to 60 seconds. This could be disastrous.
He's got a full BKB on Seb as well.
Chalice really wants to hit level 25 before he pops that primal split. So close.
Just got to be careful, Seb. Looking for that blink initiation.
Chalice is stepping back. Grabs, they give him the tome. He needed like 5 experience and they gave him the tome just to make sure that he gets it anyway. Just playing as safe as possible here.
Looks like OG don't feel that the window is big enough for them to push in whilst this Bloodseeker's still dead. They'll back away.
They can't they bought back 3 heroes. They weren't able to get any T3s, and there's no Roshan up yet. Big Daddy No-Tail's praying for a Roche right now so they can get that refresher, but it's not going to be out. And maybe we'll dodge a bullet.
At least they got a good amount of economy off that, right? It was up to a 15k gold advantage, and they chunked it down to 7. Same thing with experience. So they did get quite a lot out of that one, but they ideally wanted to get at least one of those sets of racks to get some momentum pushing in with those 3 buybacks used.
Absolutely, it is this really scary moment of the game now for OG. We're about 5-6 minutes still without those buybacks available. If PSG LGD can find that one team fight, it could be the team fight to win TI in this window of time that they now have presented to themselves.
Ana's gone full in for that butterfly too. As they pick up also an Aeon discount Jeremy, so protected in O. DD did spawn, however, was killed.
It's also pretty scary for Maybe right now. He only has a 5-second BKB, and he does a lot of damage and will get wrecked by the X Blade Mail call if he finds it, especially with his BKB now. There's not that many ways to stop him.
It's just all about FY and Chalice, right? Just either saving or just getting into the midst of the fights and not allowing OG to get the picks.
And the smoke, it's going to be dispelled.
Let's get dispelled. But
he's in the trees, they're on the high ground, they've got the vision with the Shiva's covered, Ana's on his way over. They've got the snowball down, there's the Catapult. Seb jumps in, he's able to fight the call onto Chalice, but Chalice already got the BKB out. The Sunstride's going to be down onto FY, but FY will survive. Seb pots the BKB, he'll try and stand his grab, but Seb, he's going to go down. No buyback on the axe. As Jerax as well, surrounded by PSG LGD. The Eon disc will proc, but they'll fight through it.
he has to buy back immediately.
Look at these creep track by these 4 spirits. On the bottom room, they have no creeps in the mid lane.
Sienna still holding on to that buyback on Jerax. But as Ben said, the creeps aren't here.
It's backdoor. Can they breach through it? It's right now. Maybe everyone hitting the same one.
That creep cutting, is it enough to hold OG in the game?
You see No Tail's already running to just, he doesn't care, he's gonna throw his life for this. He needs to just keep these creeps out of the base, to keep that back door up. He doesn't care if he dies.
Which he certainly will, as they get upon him. They find his life. 1 minute now without No Tail and without Seb. Thompson, Anna, and Jerax. The only 3 heroes that can offer their defense during this final minute, this final stand.
Jerax is really trying to hold on to his buyback.
As Chalice split of course up once again. They're finishing off this second set of racks. He's got the Cyclone holding Anna up in the skies. As this rack's on the top lane will fall, the melee rack's gone. PSG LGD playing this carefully. As they'll go down towards the bottom as well. Arme, doppelgangers, he's losing a fair bit of mana into the PL. Still able to shift back into their Morphling if needs be. As OG, they will lose their top racks, but they won't lose the game. PSG LGD are playing it safe. They know how close they are to victory, and they will not throw it away.
And they know that the Roche is probably respawning pretty soon, and it actually is up, so that is that refresher shard. They already have pretty much infinite primal splits up anyway, but they feel very confident here.
They weren't able to de-ward that ward in the mid lane, so it looks like they are going for a Roche fake out.
Anna is on top of X-Nova. The Ghost Step's going to get the set. He's in. The call, the MP, the cannon, but F5 is in. He's able to get the save off in time to keep this man alive. But it's not enough. Chalice is down. Buyback from X-Nova and Chalice. FY with the Invis. Somnus looking to get involved. Pause the BKB to get over the ice roll. They get on top of Seb. Seb's in trouble. Seb's gone. The axe down once again for 90 seconds. As now FY giving them the vision, but they see him. Got the doppelganger to jump away from the snowball. The snowball over to Thompson. The self-fuels. FY trying to buy time for the rest of LGD to come in. Again, up into the air. Arme straight on top of No Tail. FY will fall. Arme looking towards No Tail. No Tail puts the hand of God, but No Tail beat it down by Arme and Somnus. Chalice gets the primal split off as Anna. He's been left behind in Thompson. He's got to do something incredible in terms of the combo. Can he find the angle? Jerax coming in, keeping Anna alive. Anna with the doppelganger. The deafening blast comes out onto the 2 of them. Anna trying to go in, looking for the kill. Can he find it in time onto X-Nova? He's on top of him, trying to beat him down. Anna again with the doppelganger, now retreating back towards the base. As X-Nova will survive. Jerax back in, the combo. Meatball down onto Chalice, but Chalice is so tanky. Bombs the Shiva's gone. He's on top of Jerax. Jerax is gone. Anna as well. Can he really fight back against the Somnus? And X-Nova is so low. As the buyback for Jerax comes in, he's healing Anna back up. That buyback could set them up for the kill on X-Nova. The cold snap down onto the charge, and they find him. Arme, he's out of mana. He's starting to shift into the strength, but he's surrounded. OG, can they find the block? They can! OG are still in the game. Arme buys back immediately. But now it's PSG LGD's turn to be without 2 of their supports. Seb's going to be back up in 8 seconds.
Oh my god, that buyback from Jerax onto that shrine, being able to save Anna, but Anna also toying with them with that doppel. He sent the illusion. They thought that was the real one. They actually couldn't finish him off, even though they got the thirst vision of him for a second.
With the level 25 talent on the doppelganger, it's really hard to kill him.
Seb,
yeah,
he's looking straight for the play. Can he find Somnus? He's hunting Somnus. He's there, Seb. He'll see him. Oh! Doesn't get the call though, and now Seb. He'll be ruptured. They're looking at him, but Anna, he's straight in on top of Somnus. Somnus puts the BKB. Anna again with the doppelganger. They see Cataclysm coming out. And Somnus still alive. Anna will be able to force him away. They've got the hex. They've got the control. They're on top of him. Can they kill him in time? They can. Chalice got for 2 minutes. And Seb, he's finding, looking for Arme. Big Daddy No Tail gets the penitence out. Only onto the illusion though. Arme able to waveform up to the high ground. As Arme should be fine here.
Thompson's got the ghost strike. He's got hex
maybe
up soon too.
Oh, the doppelganger Arme's over the trees. Can he hide his way out of this?
No, back. Real one.
Goes for the waveform. Seb tries for the call, but he's already out of there. Nice play from Arme.
And he buys so much time too for his team there. The Brewmaster was dead for 120 seconds, now only 90.
Still a big window for OG. They're only without Jerax for the same amount of time. And that lead the PSG LGD had, it is going down a little bit. Only 4K, 5K at the moment. With these last few fights, obviously the 25s now coming out on OG. Thompson's into the pit.
What a timely DD coming out for him too. I don't think they expected to be taken out as fast. He's almost able to solo it with the help of these.
Turn to
And that's a refreshment.
Maybe the sensitivity or something.
There's no way. LGD can...
Oh, and the Seb level 25 too.
Radiant team
We're also live in a few seconds. 5 seconds or so. Ladies and gents, welcome back to OG versus Flight of Moon here in ESL One Birmingham 2020, which is the first series here for OG and Flight of Moon, their second of the group stages as well. My name is T Panda and I'm joined by Kips as my analyst here. We've had a blast of game one, seeing Thompson making his comeback into the EU scene, having a lot of fun with his build, but also making it work out really well for their team. Flight of Moon proved to be a very valuable opponent against OG. Kips.
Like the way they kept up under the constant pressure of it, as well as the way that they recovered from their stops. We saw Iceberg throw his life for it. Case away at the same spot sometimes it's hard to recover after something like that, but Flight of Moon just kept going to it, and I really do think their hot streak definitely.
OG's turn to ban.
I have no doubts that they felt like they could. I have no doubts that the last game, Slark was really something to be. So let's see what they do this time. I'm curious if they'll let him have that Bat Rider. I think that didn't talk about it that much, but for a mid player who has shifted to the offlane, one of those heroes that makes
remaining.
Really very well. You're basically playing the same.
5 seconds remaining.
Let's see if we're gonna
to ban.
So far, a little bit of Thompson focus. Might look very accomplished.
Yeah, they also shifted Monkey King into the first phase ban instead of last banning phase, where they would take away OG's second last, basically OG's last pick, the second last of the entire draft, now swapping it into the first phase because of, I don't know, maybe the opener from Flight of Moon, that OG might just secure Monkey King in the first phase. I don't know. I mean, this is a team that's just filled with, it just fills your mind with question marks.
If it's the Ember Spirit, very clearly give them a first. I'd rather have them either it, so I would have used Death Prophet as an example, but unfortunately her out.
5 seconds
Pugna or something like that. Both from instead of hard countering. Used to be able to play Ursa get really well, but I don't think anyone's played mid Ursa.
There's a few good Ursa players out there, but you're right that it's not that very common of a mid pick these days. I don't know. Let's see what Flight of Moon are up to. They've spent over a minute here with their fourth ban. They're thinking either the Ember Spirit here, or well, they're just going to ban the Oracle.
Other protect. They're leaving. This is why they were thinking. They're leaving Bat Rider in. OG actually picked.
Yeah.
But
it's psychology.
I can probably imagine it's going to pick.
Ember Spirit.
Yep. No doubt about that. Hands down, I've nothing to say. The Ember Spirit was a very expected first pick, and it is right there.
Possible options are Spirit along Silence is good against an Ember.
10 seconds remaining.
Later,
5 seconds remaining.
Play Eternity of all of the Spirit.
Yeah.
Start with some.
You know what? Sorry to interrupt. Is like, you know what would be really fancy for OG here if they went for a Lone Druid starter?
I don't think I've even.
I don't think so.
Play Lone Druid yet. But what's the deal with Lone Druid?
OG's turn to pick.
Theirs?
Radiant team.
Yeah, I guess. well, neither of these kind of resemble the bear. We have the Earthshaker and the Enchantress. We spoke about the Enchantress in the first game's draft, that it was a possible pick there. Will be brought up by OG now.
So 2 things here. They have the stun from off screen plus stun later on. Shaker. Both really valuable tools in our Cat Spirit. As well as the Enchantress in the laning stage is going to be able to go with her, which is really annoying. And Fight the Moon go for the direct Shaker counter with the clock. He's also very good against it. Walk her down. Starters from both.
It's gonna force some force staffs to be built in the game, at least to get rid of those cogs and just keep away from clock. That's like the item to counter clock, but clock right now, as he said, hard counter here for the Earthshaker. Can't really get anything out. Just interrupts all of his abilities except the Echo Slam, obviously instant cast, but it's just so good to have this clock pick overall against the Shaker. Also, zoning capability here, I think that's something that Ember really relies on, is a lot of mobility happening around in fights, isolating people with a root. If people are coming to help out, Clock can isolate the rest of them. So if you force Clockwork to be a support, for example, you can buy the time for Ember to finish off someone. If you have a choke point where you can keep the enemy from coming to assistance, which is what OG does a lot of these times, is that when they already preliminary initiate onto someone, they have the backup following up just that like 1 or 2 seconds behind. They're already TPing in, they're rotating, they're moving towards it, and then you have the Clockwork and just take these people away and buy the time for Fly to Moon to make their actions happen. But it also requires that the rest of your lineup is either very mobile, that can move along like Ember Spirit or the Clockwork, or then you have a very stable kind of strong front line, allowing the Ember Spirit to have this nimble movement from back and forth, hitting the back line, coming out, doing these hit and run style types of attacks.
Luna. Alright, I'm going to just... I'm not a big fan of this hero right now. I can see the power of the aura build for going for a very mid-game 5-mana, but then the problem is that she's fragile and she's strong. If she hears down, that easily bursted herself. And with an Ember build, and now with so hard for her to...
Now that I see the Luna, I'm kind of like, I wish Fly to Moon would have second picked Mars, for example. Because Mars and Phoenix are just so good together. It's still there, but I don't know. Mars could bring you that required front line for the team too, but I'm mixed feelings here. I don't think that they would go for Mars. I would personally really like to see Mars being picked here for Fly to Moon, because OG doesn't really have the answers to destroy the egg, and if they can have someone who's like close enough to hold the enemy team in place, which is exactly what Mars can give, to protect the egg and allow team fight to happen nearby. Clockwork already does something similar, but I think Mars would be such a huge tool here for Fly to Moon, but it's really down to OG's picks here. And it's going to be an Abaddon. So you have Abaddon protecting the Luna at least. You have the Heart Dispel to remove all of these big stuns. You build those, you have 2 heroes building Force Staff, the Enchantress and Luna. So if you already get hit by the Clockwork, Abaddon needs to be somewhere nearby. You can remove the stuns, you can push the Luna out from the cogs. You don't really have the ranged firepower with just only the Enchantress to destroy the cogs and run through. You would just want to quickly get out of there with the Force Staff movement. But having the Abaddon as your backup is already really good. It also takes away the big advantage, which is the Phoenix Egg stun. And now you have Shadow Demon as well, so we have not exactly a counter pick, because the Abaddon's probably going to be support for OG, but if they went for SD, we would have seen the good old school Luna SD illusion push. Now, Fly to Moon can use the Luna illusions for their advantage. They can also cause a lot of harm for the Enchantress, losing the untouchable buff as well. So many good things here for Fly to Moon in their draft. What they need now is either someone who hits towers and also deals damage, or just simply a tower damage hitter if they rely that their damage on team fights is enough. That's just my take.
Yeah, like Abaddon, for example, is completely unplayable again. If they wanted to play this as a core, they certainly don't anymore. illusions of yourself, you're actually silenced within seconds. Then, well, you're an Abaddon. You're supposed to be using your spells to take silences off. Frustrating. And the same goes for a lot first. I think you're correct in the way you analyze this, that OG is going to kite out this edge. I'm out too late in the fire. You're going to try and hit it down. But
I don't know, if you go Arc, then you're super greedy.
I'm
They just I mean, the reason why I wouldn't go for Arc here is just it just pushes. If you're talking about OG pick an Arc Warden, right?
Yes.
That would just give them nothing strong enough for their early mid game. They would be on such a long timer in a sense that they would be punished early on against Fly to Moon's aggressive lineup. Clockwork especially is the guy who would bullying you for like forever. You're gonna really want to hate your game at that point.
Thompson plays the Wraith Band Arc Warden. Like, I wasn't going to say like, oh man, they're going to that for sure, but I'd enjoy it just because I like seeing push slower heroes to like Mushi
10 seconds remaining.
Medusa, frontlining her, going that awful Scotty
5
build.
seconds remaining.
Yeah. I mean, of course, I totally understand. Like, that is still something that they could go for. It's just that, in my opinion, I feel like it's not strong enough. Now, then again, there's a Morphling. And this could just trap OG a little bit here. I like the Morphling pickup here because there's so many saves for this hero, especially with the SD. And I feel like, yeah, I mean, the Shaker Morphling, this is very standard in a sense.
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
I gotta say, I enjoy the idea. Because once again, I like the idea. You get to soak a lot of damage.
Choose your hero.
And then of course, okay, interesting. Because extra stun beam or levels behind, definitely a Morphin Ember. But Invoker.
And mid one with Abaddon. So it's an offlane Abaddon instead of the support.
I think he's going to hate his life.
Might be.
Your option against Shadow Demon cast spells is to not level your stuns.
I feel like Soxa and Thompson are going to have like really big like key positions here for OG to make sure that they have the crowd control they need for the team fights. Soxa can turn around fights so well if he just gets the required amount of stun duration time, especially for mid one, to build up the silence stacks onto the Ember Spirit, for example, if he gets the opportunity to hit him. Same thing with the Morphling, if you can just silence him up. It's just mid one needs to be dishing right clicks almost all the time when there are stuns available. And with Thompson Invoker, if he does go for the Quas Wax build, it adds even more for the team.
I've play Exhort, but it's not the same.
Oh yeah, totally. Well, let's see what's going to happen in game 2. Is Fly to Moon going to be capable of tying up this series 1-1 and force a game 3, or are we going to see the prodigy son Thompson lead another victory here? Let's see what happens in game 2.
What's up?
Prepare for battle.
With the Morphling, right? 'Cause I'm looking at the timings of the... I was talking before, the only way I can see loot working is you have, say, you have 5 man. And with the core Abaddon behind, they can definitely... As well as... They have the ability to disengage. Don't go... The problem, and I would really only have a problem if it is that they're on a definitely, but with a Morphling and fights are eventually basically every sense but his ability.
30 seconds to battle.
Your base is good.
What I like about is this ops ward placed down by OGE, just giving the vision next to the tier 2 tower for potential. No, I don't think OG has the greatest courier snipe lineup unless it's No Tail who wants to be doing that. But at the same time, they can see all this rotation, all this movement going on. Maybe even like force some of the creeps to go into the jungle. I don't know. They want to prioritize Sumail to get a good start. We've seen Sumail play this offlane Luna, where you have the tri-lane helping you out. OG definitely has the capability of keeping him alive, protecting him when they need to, but also securing that solo XP and solo farm in lane. Now, Lohadance is now actually even also moving towards the bot lane to make it 2 versus 3. I kind of just like this ops placement.
On the other side, Sax has a first sprint.
He's gonna like this. At the same time, Abaddon going up against the Morphling at the top lane. It's the Phoenix backing him up as well, so mid one's not gonna enjoy this lane a lot. He just said he's really not gonna have a fun time. Might be a rough Abaddon game as well in general for mid one, but you know, you can always work around with your team. You get those stuns perfectly working out for you and your team, and you know, things happen with the Abaddon. That's what OG just needs everything to click together, and they're going for mid one again. Just get the silence on the Phoenix, and we'll just man fight this all the way to the end. Not enough for a kill though, because V-Tune is blocking him, and V-Tune will get the first blood, so the South pop out always want to fly. He goes back to full HP. Abaddon, not sure if he's gonna buy himself another set of tangos. It's all he can afford.
If always want to buy stay top one. Because what you want is right here is use tri-lane pressure, and the idea you have a better tri-lane to force a defensive tri-lane on the bottom lane. If you 1v1 top, Abaddon likes that much more, and he's most likely not like diamond. Our fight to move Flopper cap get you won't be able to harass him. He might get harassed out by the tri-lane pressure, but they'll give Vision a good, and a lot of teams try to match the right play here. Is
I think the lanes are looking pretty good for them right now. We haven't really checked out this mid lane matchup. You have Thompson with 9 CS and Iceberg with 11 on the Ember Spirit. Very even lane here for both mid players. What do you think about the mid player rotations this game?
Thompson that earn might even. Whereas for Iceberg, it's way more room. Level 6 of. So takes off the guard as well.
He's got cold snap, but he's not going to use it. Soxa frozen the stun. Meanwhile, mid one goes down at the top lane. That's death number 2 for the Vaden. Iceberg. Oh, look at this. We've got a lower dance coming in. He needs another stack onto Thompson. Can he out-regen? Yes, he does have a Fairy Fire holding onto it. Should be fine. Dodges the 3rd Shadow Poison. Does he dodge another? Lower dance is like, I'm not gonna spend mana on you.
Was Wax Invoker is very annoying. Hard, but.
Oh. You hear the Fairy Fire being used by Thompson. 2 stacks Aloha Dance to keep making sure that the Invoker can't retaliate onto Iceberg. Necessary moves at this point. Oh, yeah.
Invisibility.
Yeah, it's the thing with the Shaker, and there we have it. Thompson, once again, I was just looking at the bottom lane, come back to mid, and Thompson getting initiated on his Soxa wants to go over a sneaky kill. 1, 2, there we have it. Soxa kills Iceberg.
Iceberg tips him to
mental damage indeed.
And yeah, commending Flight to Moon here because he's out. Fine enough. You won't exactly have to start here. He is not.
And Morphling just continues to get bigger. Might be. Well, yeah, he should fall. Fissure thrown in, but General will get the kill. I think what he tried to do there was just to try and fissure him out from the cogs with a little push, but probably would have died to the cogs anyway. 5-minute bounties should go for 2. Still 1 unpicked, and the lower downs will head for that. Also making some stacks in the jungle. You can see a nice triple stack formed here in the Radiant jungle. Waiting for the Ember Spirit to go and farm those at some point. Looking for Thompson, forces his combo. And we've got a lot of OG players heading into the mid lane. We've got Soxa, we've got No Tail. Slider Fist has been used. This is their 10-second timer. They need to make it count. There comes the bubble. Saving the Ember Spirit for now. Iceberg should be fine. Gets the root onto Thompson, tanking the tower. Oh, that hurts. Mid one also gets a kill and always want to fly at the same time. And there's another fight going on in top. As Mid one gets the kill, V-Tune not fast enough for Mid one. He survives with 23 HP.
That was a close one. He can't actually die there. So poor. Well, that is. And
41 on V-Tune.
Dire's middle tower.
He's getting Child Luna. And I would want to see that favorite Fail can act or base damage, base armor, really 5-man down enemy. More for it into that.
Soxa with the fissure actually moves General into safety. If he was on the other side of the wall, it would have been maybe a potential kill. And battery assault to make sure that Soxa won't be able to get a single enchant to let him off. So no stuns for him today. Always want to fly. Always also here in the bot lane. No Tail tanking the tower a bit. He does have a catapult which they want to keep alive. He should be able to destroy this tower. Soxa still looking for that fissure just to isolate the Clockwork from the lane. Bergen Thompson just this casual harass going on, but that bottom tower will fall 7 minutes into the game, and Mid one is still holding his tier 1 up alive.
He is going to big difference there, especially tower damage is. Whereas he does not have such.
This is getting to a very
the helm of the Dominator.
And another move into mid as well. 1 stun, 2 stun combo. The Centaur will follow up there with the No Tail Centaur stuns. Thompson gets the kill on Iceberg. This time the rotation pulls off, and Sumail also joined in with the Lucent Beam. So OG might look for another tower kill here. Got the creep wave under the tower. The glyph has been used as well. Still no response from Flight of Moon. Clockwork is still level 5, so no hookshot. Doesn't look like they can really help him at this stage. And now Iceberg on the other side of the fissure once again. Sucks him up throwing out the best fissures, but at least he's contributing. Maybe he'll get some really good ones later on. Soxa might just pay the price here. Iceberg, Sunray still burning. 3 stacks of Shadow Poison. And a lower downs will cut his life short. While bottom lane, No Tail versus General. Tail should be able to get out from the cogs. That's the blow up 2. And the body blocks from General. Cog push and the rocket flare. So that's a solo kill. Yeah.
Something that he really needed. Yeah, pressure from OG. He's hunting now. You see, with a good start in that lane, Luna can join fights, and she doesn't even really have to right click any.
Another attempt in mid. Always want to fly. Combo right click connecting, and it will be enough. Thompson gets the kill. He's trying to go for TP out as well. Will be cancelled, or actually, I think he cancelled it himself there with the move. So Thompson will fall. He gets a kill and always want to fly first, but that is his third death of the game. Now Morphling also joined into the fight.
If they really want to keep their right to do so. Lose out on this tower, you're constantly wave up against then the other lanes. Faster. Pressure.
Yep. Clockwork is also 6, so General might be looking for some moves. They have been scouted out by another Observer ward. And they also have a really deep Ops ward here as well, getting all the info next to the mid-tier 1 tower. So they're definitely not in the dark right now, OG that is. And Light of Moon. All 4 bounty runes maybe? V-Tune. And that's a straight flush.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
The catapult wave coming in. Armor on.
Yep. Bottom lane, however. General being initiated on by Sox and Sumail. Sumail pops the ultimate, kills off the creeps, and there we go. General has been punished, opening up the bot lane, but meanwhile, FTM, they realize that there's not many people in mid, so let's go and take a fight here. The egg has been dropped down as well. Thompson in mid one, and No-Tail, they blow up the egg, they manage to take it down. No-Tail trying to make for a run for it. Iceberg cuts him down. Thompson will fall as well, and now mid one is the final lone survivor here. We have the Earthshaker walking along the river, though. Mid one is a really tanky boy. I feel like he's happily fighting this Iceberg. Silenced up, mid one. Doesn't have an ultimate, has some stick charges, pops another shield. 6 seconds for the Enchantress to be up alive. Sucks at very low on mana. Does he have enough to pop the Echo Slam? But they're just sticking away from him. They're not allowing him to use it at all. And V-Tune picks up a double kill.
See there, as soon as it
No-Tail. No-Tail. I think they're fine. They see Thompson keeping in. Does have the Remnant. Tornado, almost on point.
Another assassination on that mid tower. Thwarted. FTM better gear up because they're gonna come again. They will throw themselves against them. Sun eyes.
Yep.
He's gonna
Thompson wants to go for this. Iceberg is just enough mana to pop a Remnant, taking some heavy damage from Thompson. Tornado catches him. EMP should be there. General interrupting, and now mid one coming into the fight as well as General. He does manage to get that hookshot to connect, and he's holding a lot of people inside his cogs, but he will end up falling here. He's very low, 200 HP, and mid one gives the slap once again. V2 trying to make his way out as well. He does get cold snap, using his waveform to get a bit further away from OG, but to get the tower and the kill.
Seems like the sun gets the... That was... G will... They feel like they're as strong. They're 2k behind, mind you, but they know they have the Luna aura. They know they have all of their... They have the burn. Well, that would just go... care that you're... Because he doesn't have... But he's not... Thompson says it correctly here. Fight me.
They've also pinged out. Always want to fly. Here's the Colts. Thompson mid one giving up the chase here. Fire Spears to slow down mid one. 6 seconds for his ulti. Very close. Sneak. Oh, 3 seconds away from his ulti. There's the hookshot coming from General as well. He's got Thompson. Just will be used as well. And Invoker should be dead. Sunray, poisons, slapping everything on Invoker. Thompson is dead. They also get the ward. So Fly to Moon, despite OG hungry for some kills, they get punished for it.
Dire's top tower.
And another tower loss as well. So this is big for Fly to Moon. Yes.
Finally get that space up, because one of the things that happens if their towers are still up and yours, they have very easy access to the game. Even when it should low down, just so you need to equalize on those towers just so that they have more distance.
14 minutes played. Fly to Moon holding on to a 3k net worth lead. 5k almost in XP as well. Definitely come strong into this game too, despite OG having a very good laning stage. Not bad for Fly to Moon either. Really good tornado from Thompson. Burns out Phoenix's entire mana pool. And they turn around onto Thompson. Mid one has a shield available, but he's too late. He was already casting it, but he's too late with it. Now he's going to get bubbled up. No Tail will die to General. That's a solo kill happening in the back line. And Abaddon is also in trouble. Pops his ultimate and eventually leading to his death. V-Tune 5-0-2 on this Morphling. And Iceberg also being a part of this fight. Despite, I mean, look at the...
He was just waiting until... He wasn't gonna lift a finger until...
The smoke.
He did that.
Can they get Soxa? Soxa's on the low ground, and the Centaur will actually reveal Iceberg with the bouncy rune. So Soxa was just close enough to pop it. General hook shot connection will connect onto Soxa. That will be your Shaker gone, and another. Oh no, they've got another one. OG in trouble. Sumail is the target this time. He pops his ultimate to try and buy some time for himself. There comes the tornado from Thompson, trying to isolate and move people away. Now we got General being chased down by the mid one, and mid one just slapping away, and he takes down the Clockwork just in the end. And now V-Tune and Always Wanna Fly, they want to disengage from this. Meanwhile in the river, No Tail. Oh, he misses the impetus onto Iceberg. That would have been a kill if it didn't miss.
And Thompson, unfortunately, not in a torch, even though he lands that smack dang in the middle of Iceberg.
You see the tips going for Iceberg with Lady Fortune on his side.
He's feeling himself right now. He had a very rough mid lane. Just basically used ball to hang on, but he's done it.
I love how No-Tail's just last hitting with this Hill Troll Berserker here.
Radiant's middle tower is under
Chased by
attack.
Jimmy into the trees. The great escape, the great fight. Sumail gonna get found. They have an Obs ward on the cliff, so they see the location of Sumail. Oh, the Echo Slam will come from Soxa. Keep Morphling busy, but Sumail will fall in the end. The ultimate will pop and Always Wanna Fly with the damage. So Sumail punt again. Meanwhile, mid one. Ultimate has been forced to pop. Thompson just sitting next to him. General hookshot is ready, looking for the double. Which one does he want to go for? OG disengaging. Iceberg could have just jumped onto Thompson here. Misses the tornado. Gets Soxa. Soxa into the cogs. Falling in place. V-Tune comes in for the interruption. Mid one has no ultimate for 40 seconds. He needs to get out of here. General will give him the chase. Aloe would dance once again with a disruption. And that is a dead Abaddon. Nothing that mid one can actually do there, and it's denied. At least something.
Coming to the rescue.
Yes.
Well, one stroke of Lady Luck. One for mid one.
Name a more dynamic duo than the potato and the tomato. V-Tune getting EMP'd. Also Cold Snap. Thompson throws in another Urn Charge to keep those stuns ticking. 3,000 HP when he's got that almost more than half strength above his agility. Very hard to kill. Always Wanna Fly. Has his egg ready. They actually have all their ultimates. Hook shot up in 10. 19 seconds as well for the Morphling ulti to be ready. OG, however, Echo Slam, 1 more minute.
I think it's time for OG to slow this game down. Mail has died several times in a row. He's on the way to a BKB, but exactly hitting that timing. And I admire. They say we run at people, and they're going to do it. Mail's just straight up into the jungle. If there's anyone here, he's dead, but they guess...
I have a feeling maybe he's listening to you.
No, there's no one here. Alright, Smell, you got this. You got this, my man. I believe in you. Just maybe wait for that BKB. Okay?
DP's coming in mid. V-Tune baiting out the first movements from OG. Pops them Manta and removes the Cold Snap. Tower at 400 HP. Nothing happening yet. Now Sumail, the stun onto the Phoenix Soxa. If only he had the Echo Slam, it would have been so much damage. And General gets him, and wow, what a hook shot. And at the same time, the egg is going to explode. Nothing can stop them from stopping it. And then we have mid one stunned, Thompson stunned, dead. And now No-Tail trying to make his way out. Mid one is taking the punishment here. Will also die as No-Tail dies. That's 3 heroes down. This will be a 4th. And Fly to Moon are playing it in fashion.
That hook shot into splitting the entire team fight apart, it's beauty. Like, you have to dare that and know that once you do that, Always Wanna Fly pops that egg, there is nothing that's Mail? Clips? No? Oh. He saw him throwing that glaive in the air.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Yeah, I think that's the moment I saw that hook shot go in is a moment where you can just hear it in the comms like nice, and everyone would just want to follow up on it. The Phoenix egg popping at the same time. Now, however, we do have Aloe-Dance in a bit of trouble. One man Echo Slam, still saving himself with the bubble iceberg in the middle of everything. Then we take down one, Suxer will die to General's rocket, and the two-man box with the hook shot. General fly to moon, take down 4 heroes just like that. What a play.
Go Shabanya.
Go Roshan indeed. V-Tune straight to the Roshan pit. Always want to fly is right next to him, throwing some fiery spirits, slowing him down. But FTM, 11,000 net worth lead now. It's a big hill to climb for OG.
It's a huge hill. It is. I'm going to educate you here a little bit.
Yes, please. What is it? What is it?
Something like Attaboy.
Attaboy. I thought I heard Roshan in the sentence, so I automatically
That's
just
what I
thought.
thought in like the first month that I listened to Russian comp well, so no worries there. But
You just need to channel your inner pub mentality. Every time you hear something spoken in Russian, if it's your teammate, you just have to say it's positive things and think positive through that. And PMA will carry you to victory. And in this case, it was probably something like that. But bottom lane, mid-1 is not feeling the positivity right now, and he will get exploded by B-Tune.
that is something or
29-9.
They're getting ready. And I have to say that I thought this was going to be again when they take the mid tower that are alright, you can keep running at them a bit. Buy space, time on some SML Luna before. He was time but instead
Hobson. Hobson. Be careful here. There's the ulti. Thompson dropping low. Reckless kicking in. And there's the isolating Cogs, making sure that mid-1 cannot get nearby to throw the egg out. Now that hook shot doesn't quite work out. Should make mid-1 survive. And there's the egg. Just to make sure. Is it going to be enough, though? Is Sumail in stun range? No, he's just outside of it. He won't get stunned up, but the sun ray still ticking. V2 kicking in. At the same time, the ultimate from Luna, but it does absolutely nothing. OG are forced to retreat onto the high ground. V2 doesn't care, and neither does Iceberg. It's a double kill. More kills are coming in their way. They're trying to hunt for the Saksa, but they can't actually find it, and that's it. OG, GG, 22 minutes in. Fly to Moon force a game 3.
Just wow. I'm gonna say here, General didn't miss a single hook shot that game. That was Aloe-Dance messing him up.
FY, he's found himself no-tail out on his own.
He's trapped him.
There's no-tail. Is he going to get any sort of backup? No, there's 3 still dead on OG. It'll be a slow and painful death here for no-tail as Zame comes in for the kill secure.
And I love the way that Chalice popped his BKB super early in that fight. He just knows, I just need to get my ulti off, and he cast it at a very safe range. He didn't wait for the last second of his BKB. He's not very greedy. I think that's a lot of the reason why they've been winning these team fights. Seb has been struggling, still about 1,000 gold away from his BKB.
Yeah, this Brewmaster is a display of perfection, really. It's the highest level in the game with his Bloodseekers.
And doing a ton of damage. One of the most damage in the game as an offlaner.
Now has full Shiva, so even more ways. He's pretty much itemized entirely just to be like, Ana, I'm ruining your game. I've got Radiance, I've got Shivas. You're going to struggle so much in these fights as Phantom Lancer.
Eric's did his best to keep Ana alive, and but Ana wasn't able to do damage because he was ruptured. He wasn't that low on HP, but still can't run around.
Seb.
Oh, I'm his ninjas here.
Got to be careful who shows up top. Indeed, Jerax is going out on his own. He doesn't expect Zame to have this invis rune. As Arme will show himself. Jarex goes across, but Somnus is there.
Somnus is not messing without rupturing.
No mercy. They're feeling very confident now at this point, getting these very advantageous team fights as well as getting kills on the split push too. Thompson though, we'll find X-Nova.
Sep, and as well. Between the two of them, they'll take down the support edge. FY's going to come in though. He hasn't got anyone else with him at the moment. It is just FY, so just playing around with Sep.
He has no help around at all, and he's still just making Sep's life miserable.
He is toying with him. He's just making him not be able to come back. Look, they're already starting to rotate this Brewmaster and Bloodseeker too, and FY, he's ready to look for Sep.
Sep's got to get out.
Oh, Sep.
As indeed FY, the patience keeping that control on Sep, buying time for Chalice to come in. Ana is going to look towards the Tusk. Chalice is now there, does have Primal Split available if he wants to look to take this fight. Somnus coming in as well. As Ana, Sep look to hide in the trees. Can they get out of it? Ana's got a TP available. He's into the trees. He's going to show himself in the lane though. They're going to continue to head over. They are going to see Seb make it out in time. They don't have a stun. Ana, can he get out as well? He can. OG will avoid that rotation from PSG LGD.
FY is just so obnoxious there, following Sep for over a minute, just stalking him, trying to have his team come over.
So that's about, a minute without Aegis being used for LGD. They have 2 minutes left, I would say, to capitalize on this Aegis. Oh man, looks like he is level 50 out.
Pretty much back to a 50-50. PSG LGD 2-1 up at the moment in this best of 5 grand finals. 1 game needed to secure the championship title. And at this point, they are ahead here in game 4.
No-Tail hasn't had time to gather a full army of Ancient Pigs. Right now, he just has the Ancient Black Dragon. You really want those other auras when you're at a big disadvantage in these team fights already.
Yeah, it's tough though, because Jarex doesn't want to be following around his Chen, giving him the Aghanim. So. As Thompson, he does have a Lincoln Sphere picked up, and they should have the BKB finished on Sep too. So that'll give him a little bit easier time to get those Blink calls as he's been suffering to do so in the last few fights. And Somnus, I have Scotty picked up, about to be level 25 as well.
Yeah, they just need a couple more minutes on the side of OG before they're ready to fight. Wait for the Aegis to expire.
Seb, he's in, gets the call, the character's going to get FY, there with the snowball save. He's going to be fine, and now they turn to look towards the axe. The taunt's going to be out. Seb goes for the TP. They've got the stun to cancel though. Seb held back for now. Thompson trying to offer his best from the side to provide some sort of safety, as he will get Seb back. They're able to get Seb back to safety, and Thompson, he's running away. X-Nova's there with the wraparound, gets the slow off, gives the vision for the snowball. TP from No-Tail's coming in towards the stride, but Thompson, he's trapped.
That's twice in the series that X-Nova just comes out of nowhere. Like, he's just on a warding expedition, then he just ends up wrapping behind these people constantly.
Perfect time.
Perfect timing, and has the sense on creep to boot. And look at these deep wards that he's placed during that time that he was running around doing so. He now has full vision of OG. Yeah, he sees Ana farming these Ancients right now.
Oh, Ana. FY just giving so much information for the team. He's got eyes on him. Get the punch on the wrong target, but the snowball pass will catch Ana. Ana, he's in trouble. The blood bright silence connects. He's got the man to back up in a second, but can he really play his way out of this one? He cannot. Ana down for a minute and a half.
Just having all this vision. X-Nova throughout this whole tournament has had the best vision in every situation, even when you wouldn't expect it. They're just like, oh, they're fighting on the left side. They're not going to have vision over here. But no, X-Nova always seems to have those prepared in every situation.
And he has some incredible foresight to be able to have these wards that just lead to really clutch pickoffs. And Axe has not spent his money on BKB. He has the money, but he might be looking to save for buyback.
We'll see if any of the buybacks do get forced out. Thompson's still dead for 15. Ideally, he doesn't buy back it. They may have to buy back on Ana. He's gone for 50 seconds. The split coming out from Chalice. He's ready to push in, look for the stun on No-Tail to hold back the Chen. As the mid-racks are exposed, PSG LGD, 40 minutes in, able to open into the base and clean out this mid lane of racks. Still Ana holding on to that buyback.
And they're going to keep going here. They really want to force this PL to come back here.
Stun onto Thompson. He will blink dodge it. But another tier 3 tower falling incredibly fast. They really don't want to use it. Seb jumps in, gets the call onto FY. There's the buyback. The Cataclysm isn't enough to do anything. It isn't. PSG LGD still fighting strong. Thompson getting focused by Somnus. Seb taken down by Arme. The triple buyback's now out as Ana in trouble. He's pulled back for this one. The deafening blast onto the 3 of them. Knocks the back, but Ana gets focused. Seb! He's in with the call. He has the control onto the morphing Somnus. Now being chased by Thompson. Blinks in with the cold snap. The PL army's on top of it. They get Somnus too. to expend 3 buybacks, but they hold on to the top racks. Somnus now down for 2 minutes. No buyback available on this Bloodseeker.
Yeah, he's 400 gold short of it. It's up in about 8 seconds. OG, they have to make so much happen here. They have to push out all their lanes. 2 of the side lanes are already going, but I think trying to get some kills here, like on FY here, would be very ideal.
Okay, look how close to Brew is at 25. With that time of split cooldown.
Oh, Thompson, he sees it FY. He's used the snowball, he turns with the combo FY with the self-fuels, but OG, they've surrounded him. Seb jumps in with the call, the blade mail, FY's gone.
Instant buyback from FY.
Still that scary time for LGD. 75 seconds without Somnus. OG have the full 5-man pushing in all 3 lanes at the same time as they approach LGD's base.
I don't even know if I give a head for that for this team fight. The LGD are been gold, but no Bloodseeker for 60 seconds. This could be disastrous.
He's got a full BKB on Seb as well.
Chalice really wants to hit level 25 before he pops that primal split. So close.
Just got to be careful, Seb. Looking for that blink initiation.
Chalice is stepping back. They give him the tome. He needed like 5 experience, and they gave him the tome just to make sure that he gets it anyway. Just playing as safe as possible here.
Looks like OG don't feel that the window is big enough for them to push in whilst this Bloodseeker's still dead. They'll back away.
They can't count. They bought back 3 heroes. They weren't able to get any T3s, and there's no Roshan up yet. Big Daddy No-Tail's praying for a Roche right now so they can get that refresher, but it's not going to be up. And maybe we'll dodge a bullet.
At least they got a good amount of economy off that, right? It was up to a 15k gold advantage, and they chunked it down to 7. Same thing with experience. So they did get quite a lot out of that one, but they ideally wanted to get at least one of those sets of racks to get some momentum pushing in with those 3 buybacks used.
Absolutely, it is this really scary moment of the game now for OG. We're about 5-6 minutes still without those buybacks available. If PSG LGD can find that one team fight, it could be the team fight to win TI in this window of time that they now have presented to themselves.
Ana's gone full in for that butterfly too. As they pick up also an Aeon disc on Jeremy, so protected in O. DD did spawn, however, was killed.
It's also pretty scary for Maybe right now. He only has a 5-second BKB, and he does a lot of damage and will get wrecked by the X Blade Mail call if he finds it, especially with his BKB now. There's not that many ways to stop him.
It's just all about FY and Chalice, right? Just either saving or just getting into the midst of the fights and not allowing OG to get the picks.
And the spot, it's going to be dispelled.
Let's get dispelled. But
he's in the trees. They're on the high ground. They got the vision with the Shiva's covered. Anna's on his way over. They've got the snowball down. There's the counterplay. Seb jumps in. He's able to find the call onto Chalice, but Chalice already got the BKB out. The Sunstride's going to be down onto FY, but FY will survive. Seb pots the BKB. He'll try and stand his grab, but Seb, he's going to go down. No buyback on the axe. As Jarex as well, surrounded by PSG LGD. The Eon disc will proc, but they'll fight through it.
He has to buy back immediately.
Look at these creep track by these Force Spirits. On the bottom room, they have no creeps in the mid lane.
Sienna still holding on to that buyback on Jarex. But as Ben said, the creeps aren't here.
It's backdoor. Can they breach through it? It's not looking like it right now. Maybe everyone hitting the same one.
That creep cutting, is it enough to hold OG in the game?
You see No-Tail's already running to just, he doesn't care. He's going to throw his life for this. So he needs to just keep these creeps out of the base to keep that back door up. He doesn't care if he dies.
Which he certainly will. As they get upon him, they find his life. 1 minute now without No-Tail and without Seb. Thompson, Anna, and Jarex. The only 3 heroes that can offer their defense during this final minute, this final stand.
Jarex is really trying to hold on to his buyback.
As Chalice split of course up once again. They're finishing off this second set of racks. He's got the Cyclone holding Anna up in the skies. As this rack's on the top lane will fall, the melee rack's gone. PSG LGD playing this carefully. As they'll go down towards the bottom as well. Arme, doppelgangers, he's losing a fair bit of mana into the PL. Still able to shift back into that Morphling if needs be. As OG, they will lose that top racks, but they won't lose the game. PSG LGD are playing it safe. They know how close they are to victory, and they will not throw it away.
And they know that the Roche is probably respawning pretty soon, and it actually is up, so that is that refresher shard. They already have pretty much infinite primal splits up anyway, but they feel very confident here.
They weren't able to de-ward that ward in the mid lane, so it looks like they are going for a road fake out.
So Anna is on top of X-Nova. The Ghost Step's going to get a set. He's in. The call, the EMP, the counter, but FY is in. He's able to get the save off in time to keep this man alive. But he's got it off. Chalice is down. Buyback from X-Nova and Chalice. FY with the Invis. Somnus looking to get involved. Pause the BKB to get over the ice roll. They get on top of Seb. Seb's in trouble. Seb's gone. The axe down once again for 90 seconds. As now FY giving them the vision, but they see him. Got the doppelganger to jump away from the snowball over to Thompson, the self-fuels. FY trying to buy time for the rest of LGD to come in. Again, up into the air. Arme straight on top of Notel. FY will fall. Arme looking towards Notel. Notel puts the hand of God, but Notel beat it down by Arme and Somnus. Chalice gets the primal split off as Anna. He's been left behind in Thompson. He's got to do something incredible in terms of the combo. Can he find the angle? Jerax coming in, keeping Anna alive. Anna with the doppelganger. The deafening blast comes out onto the two of them. Anna trying to go in, looking for the kill. Can he find it in time onto X-Nova? He's on top of him, trying to beat him down. Anna again with the doppelganger, now retreating back towards the base. As X-Nova will survive. Jerax back in, the combo, meatball down onto Chalice, but Chalice is so tanky. Boss the Shiva's gone. He's on top of Jerax. Jerax is gone. Anna as well. Can he really fight back against the Somnus, and X-Nova is so low? As the buyback for Jerax comes in, he's healing Anna back up. That buyback could set them up for the kill on X-Nova. The cold snap down onto the instruction. They find him. He's out of mana. He's starting to shift into the strength, but he's surrounded. OG, can they find the ball? They can. OG are still in the game. Arme buys back immediately. But now it's PSG LGD's turn to be without two of their supports. Seb's going to be back up in 8 seconds.
Oh my god, that buyback from Jerax onto that shrine, being able to save Anna, but Anna also toying with them with that doppel. He sent the illusion. They thought that was the real one. They actually couldn't finish him off, even though they got the thirst vision of him for a second.
With the level 25 talent on the doppelganger, it's really hard to kill.
Seb,
yeah,
he's looking straight for the play. Can he find Somnus? He's hunting Somnus. He's there, Seb. He'll see him. Oh, doesn't get the call though, and now Seb. He'll be ruptured. They're looking at him, but Anna, he's straight in on top of Somnus. Somnus puts the BKB. Anna again with the double. They see Cataclysm coming out. And Somnus still alive. Anna will be able to force him away. They've got the hex. They've got the control. They're on top of him. Can they kill him in time? They can. Chalice got for 2 minutes. And Seb, he's finding, looking for Arme. Big Daddy Notel gets the penitence out. Only onto the illusion though. Arme able to waveform up to the high ground. Arme should be fine here.
Thompson's got the ghost, he's got Hex
maybe
up soon too.
Oh, the doppelganger Arme's over the trees. Can he hide his way out of this?
No, back, real one.
Goes for the waveform. Seb tries for the call, but he's already out of there. Nice play from Arme.
And he buys so much time too for his team there. The Brewmaster was dead for 120 seconds, now only 90.
Still a big window for OG. They're only without Jerax for the same amount of time. And that lead that PSG LGD had, it is going down a little bit. Only 4K, 5K at the moment with these last few fights. Obviously the 25s now coming out on OG. Thompson's into the pit.
What a timely DD coming out for him too. I don't think they expected to be taken out as fast. He's almost able to solo it with the help of these summons. And that's a refreshing shot. There's no way to get this. There's no way LGD can.
Oh, and the Seb level 25 too. That extra Berserker's Call AoE. It catches people out. They don't expect it.
It does not feel like OG T-Rex that.
Yeah. The Berserker's Call now is, I mean, the AoE is
massive.
really massive now when you have that talent.
It's so hard to play against. Can PSG LGD do it? They've got the Basher now for Somnus. For just a 2K lead with those last big comeback plays from OG. Still 30 seconds without Chalice.
Double Hex coming out now. Thompson and these 5-second BKBs. Yeah, I mean, they were crushing with their BKBs.
Being spotted out.
Got the vision. They're on top of him. Thompson, he's in trouble. The nullify comes out, but he got the ghost walk off as well as the Hex in time. Now, Somnus turns out, the blood runs down. Thompson! He's dead for 100.
5 seconds remaining.
Has got the buyback available. PSG LGD will certainly look to force it out of them.
Radiant team
FY,
back.
just what
G's turn.
Let's go, Kips.
Radiant team ban.
Welcome back, ladies and gents. Game 3 time between OG and Fly to Moon. FTM tied up the series 1-1, and now we're going to see who's going to take this series home. My name is T-Panda, and I'm joined by Kips once again as my co-caster. It has been an absolutely fantastic series up till this point. OG, the stronger in the first, FTM giving the middle finger in game 2. Now game 3, anything can happen. And I think we're going to continue with the same types of bans that we've had before. Monkey King, Void Spirit, Quap. These are very standard starters here. Like, if we're going to see anything different here, I would hope to see Chen.
Hope to
Probably not coming through.
You're rooting for me, aren't you? I know.
I mean,
Fly to Moon
I
knows
would-
what you're up to.
Yeah, exactly. I would have hoped maybe FTM pull off a wild Chen out of nowhere. I mean, they don't play it that much, but who knows? But, I don't know. It's banned, so we can forget about Chen.
We can. The hero offers just the early push, the ability to...
10 seconds remaining.
It's too... As well as with
5
all the
seconds
heals, it's just
remaining.
love to play more fragile cores or more mobile cores. None of that business. Still take out the Rubik, they still take out the Quap. Iceberg Quap is certainly some... And of course on the other... Fly to Moon's... No Void Spirit, no Monkey. Question is, where is Ember's?
Good question. Yep, FTM, they started off with Ember Spirit in game 2. See if they want to get it for themselves if OG doesn't ban it. OG does ban it, so we can forget about the Ember Spirit as well. Maybe a different starter this time ahead. FTM's been starting their drafts with Grimstroke if it's available. If it doesn't get, usually not banned, it's just given through. But they're going to have to maybe respond to what OG picks as their double pick. So if you see something that's counter-worthy, like we saw in, was it game 1, where OG would pick Grimstroke against the Pangolier, that would be one thing to go for.
The hero that I think has been a bit
10 seconds
foreshadowed.
remaining.
This hero not only does counter a ton of
5 seconds remaining.
Spirit, Death Prophet, it's also very good against Mars and where people get caught in and like that can save whatever's good. So
Radiant team.
I really enjoy that hero. It also comes up really setup, so I want to go in on it. Why don't you?
Technically, they could just go for a very similar draft as they did in game 2. I mean, they banned the Oracle, which means that OG will ban the Bat Rider. They don't want to give FTM Bat if Oracle's banned. So Phoenix, that's a repeat pick for FTM. See if OG are going to mirror their picks this time as well. We had the Shaker and the Enchantress. That could possibly mean FTM just goes for Clockwork right after.
10 seconds remaining.
So if they change their starter pick here, might just bait FTM to not pick Clockwork. It worked out really well for General in game 2.
But that was also a direct counter. Shaker, same as that was to start the second round, and yeah, you're just asking directly counter. There's the Mirana, deep attack speed, as well as that. Phoenix follows a very predictable.
Radiant team pick.
Once and OG's
Yeah.
Baden for now. Might go to Note. Might end up again. I think that the pre still is available, by the way. Bound to be a disaster from. So maybe they give. I can see.
OG also have a lot of Mirana players.
I actually think that probably all of their cores play it.
Radiant team ban.
There's a shadow. So, stuns in the support. Might be something that OG can get the Baden. So that get rotated out to port.
10 seconds.
Yeah, there could be a possibility that they run the Phoenix core instead of a support this time around. SD is a good pick here for saving people from the Mirana Arrow. Also apply some pressure. We saw how strong the SD was when he rotated mid to start punishing Thompson's Invoker. And OG actually banning the Clockwork right here. So yeah, could be. If that's a shaker, that means it's a core Mirana. Le Shrek. All right. Welcome to Ponyland.
Yeah, for sure. There's a lot of legs on this team.
Yep. The legs draft. Or the mount draft, whatever you want to call it.
So,
Whoever wants to mount the track.
sure, I've seen that art somewhere.
It's probably someone's probably done it already. Anyway, FTM, what do they want to respond here?
With the Lesh, well, one of the good options to get on. Ideally, the Lesh rack either a blade mail builder, just because. As well as that, you want some front lineup. Blade mail is a
OG's turn to
match the Mars. Mars.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Phoenix Mars, let's go.
Does this combo still need explaining? I was sort of sitting here like, do I do it?
You don't have to, Kips. You don't have to, Kips. We all know how this rolls out.
10 seconds.
They have the Shadow Demon themselves, so it can't be kind of
5 seconds.
or something like that. I gotta say, OD and Mirana Arrow are very nice, but Thompson doesn't exactly favor the OD. Can't run at people with. So it gets a lot harder to draft this from the Mars arena. You're going to have to sustain through it, and let me tell you something, Lesh does not. In fact, Mars can pretty reliably bonk him to death with his.
Until you hit the BKB timings, which makes Mars's life a lot harder here. So Mirana and Lesh, if Mirana's a core that is, are both potential BKB carriers for this game, to allow them to work around the Mars ultimate by just walking out, forcing it. But it also means if they can't hold their sustainability in the ring, especially Leshrac in this case, you're gonna have to force your BKB charge just to either disengage from the Mars ulti or just fight your way through it inside. But Mars also dishes out a really nasty amount of damage the further the game goes. So Centaur will give you some kind of cover with it, with the Stampede. Gives you the capability of disengaging really quickly. Also allows you to run at FTM as soon as, for example, the egg pops and you want to explode it. You'll just pop your Stampede, let's destroy the egg and work around from there, which allows Mars to go in, intercept all of these people running at you. So the further this game goes, it's just going to get harder for FTM, and they're going to pick up Lycan.
And that is a very. Leshrac's gonna get his damage diluted by all of the extra Lycan's going. Centaur does okay in the lane against it, but his
remaining.
Baden doesn't do very well with people. Mirana doesn't do. This is a great Lycan pick, and honestly surprised that Flight to Moon got to pick so late in the draft. Oh yeah.
It has been banned before.
It has, yes. I mean, it should be banned. Teams got a bit deep into what do the other guys play. About the team.
Are we talking about the mental damage again, Kips? Because it could be a thing. Kunkka ban. So no Iceberg Kunkka. So what will FTM pick for their mid? Who is he gonna go up against most likely? Is it the Mirana?
It would most likely be, but OG has a habit of switching. So, Iceberg Classics that are still
remaining.
Lena is still there. D.
5 seconds remaining.
Add some tower damage. Add like another hero that needs brought down by an OG. doesn't bring any right-click damage. And Monkey.
Radiant team pick.
Prophet. Either of those two.
Well, they ban at least one hero that Lycan has a bit trouble killing while you have that shapeshift up and running and trying to hunt for kills and just run at them and try and destroy them every time you have your ulti off cooldown. You just want to run to fights with Lycan. It's the best way to pull it off in the early game, especially if you go for the Dominator build, have yourself that extra creep, maybe even the stun. You can also go for like the Wolf. The Wolf will just amplify Lycan's damage by a lot. I'll get SF, so you got yourself a lot of tempo on the Moon.
This could very well be one of those tempo mech is a possibility. And one of the benefits of Seth, especially on the side, is that
10 seconds
play the matchup
remaining.
well. You can burst down, and then you don't.
You may now select your heroes.
Well, there's not much against the Clinks, though.
There isn't. Then again, it's...
Is this the cheese pick?
Is this... Well, I do know that Thompson's... that he is absolute terrifying. But at the same time, this is a question of kills each other backline. Cores are not going to beat you, are not going to fight each other. They're going to try and fight his backline. So who gets to live? Area control coming out of FT better. With the Mars, of course, always when a fly is going to have a harder game than both the Marana as well as the Clink. But all the time that this fly bend hitting,
Exactly.
I still favor fly to.
I also like FTM's draft a lot here, despite OG getting Clinks as their last pick, which could be the thing they need. Fights might be, now that I look at these heroes on paper, could be very messy and very split, because there's a lot of heroes who enjoy going for these solo type of pickoffs, running after people, so much mobility in this game from both drafts, but I have to slightly edge over to FTM, and I feel like Fly the Moon could just pull it off here. They tied up the series. Can they take W here in this game 3? It all comes down to one game. Or is OG going to come back from their loss in game 2?
A lot is going to depend on Saxa.
My thanks will come later, when you least expect it.
This is one of those hard Marana games that don't have setup stuff. He's going to have to hit arrows either on mates or just completely on his own. Anticipation is named. Let's see if he knows where people or they live.
We have General and the Lohadan, so he's starting off in the top lane for Fly the Moon. Sumail be playing a carry Leshrac. So I feel like in a sense where you would normally, like always people talk about pause 1, pause 2, pause 3. I feel like this is more of a game where Clinks could feel like the pause 1 of this game, and then you have the pause 2, which is Leshrac. But then again, stuns onto a Lohadance. OG take first blood here in the Radiant side of the jungle. Sumail will be credited with the kill. It was not luck, but skill. Bottom.
Normally, you could see Mars having the easier.
The battle begins.
Oh, that's just quite paying attention.
Mid one getting some nasty harass here from Always Wanna Fly. 5 tangos, however. The double rune for Fly the Moon. It will have to forfeit the top side runes. Take the bottom for themselves. Saxa hunting for some couriers. There's one heading towards the top lane with some tangos. Iceberg, well, he's just going straight for his bottle, so he needs to get a few last hits at the start. So at the same time, while, well, I mean, he already left the lane, but the thing is, if he would have stayed there waiting, because at the same time, Hobson wants to deny as much of these creeps as he can from the Shadow Fiend to prevent him from getting a lot of a lot of last hits, but as you see, he doesn't have Necromastery as his level 1, so he won't even have the souls for the right-click damage. So he just wants to get these raises to push up that bottle to be built up as fast as possible. Means that if your Mirana would be waiting in mid for such a long time until he got the money for the bottle, that's wasted time.
So Saxon on the ball. Has
Yes.
prepped himself up with a double ring of protection, all of that armor. Big hit. Has 10 retaliate back. Already used them. Sax's mud arrows now just.
Some marksmanship coming in from here. Waiting in the trees, always want to fly right next to him. And there we go, range creep dead once again. So mid one. This lane to slightly push forward. V-Tune trying to do the same to counter push it. Mid one is actually, yeah, he's getting a good time out of this lane thanks to Sox. Sox is also getting a few last hits in between, so he can start getting closer to those boots.
Is going to. I got it.
Oh, he's... Oof. You might have heard a salve sound, but you never saw it go off.
Yeah.
Radiant
Yep. Sox is making the money work out for him here. Breaks the salve, kills a courier, does what this Mirana is supposed to be doing here in this lane. Meanwhile, Aloha Dance trying to stack up No Tail. No Tail's just purging them away and just giving Aloha Dance a very hard time. Forced to go out, however, just moving back onto the high ground. Sumail, what do you think about this safe lane, Lesh?
Enjoyed a lot if the support is up, just because Lesh still. As you can see by the way that he. No, is not at all. So I think safe lane Lesh very good. Is that he's fragile. This time he has battled with him on lane or he's pretty. It's risky because I've seen this start. He can start hunting up.
Giant structures are fortified.
It is
Yep.
so hard.
Thompson is bullying Iceberg as much as he can. Keeps on throwing those searing arrows at him, forcing the SF to go out of lane.
You know,
Yeah, he's gonna go all the way.
back when I was with Vegas Squadron, it was not actually always a good sign because he tends to get dull when. I've seen him have more bad games after rooting the lane than after getting really pressured. I wonder if this is.
Mid one, bit of trouble here in the bot lane. Always want to fly, getting all of the fire spirits to connect onto mid one. And is it gonna be enough? Right clicks coming in, has to dive, and that should be it. Yep. Oh! Soxa's arrow ruins the fun for always wanna fly. I cannot believe these guys actually timed it out that well.
Always want to fly. Also walked straight into that. Definitely had his blinders on.
Yep. Well, Iceberg gets a kill on Thompson in mid, very low HP. Quickly gives the bottle. You are exactly on top of the point. Like, feel like he's just getting more resolve from this, just being much stronger, getting more fortitude mentally.
Well, he might not be dead. Rather have a solo support against a lag. Still loving the diabolic eating. Mail is gonna. I don't think they're ready to rotate on yet. Yet.
He's a bit behind in XP.
But Saxa is preparing for it. Down his wall. Spotted.
They're already pinging his location that Sox is coming for a rotation towards mid. Uses his arrow to kill a quick centaur creep, keep up that GPM up and running.
Very likely that...
Well, it's going to be a very lucky arrow if he's going to land it on Iceberg, so I feel like the Mirana is just rotating back and forth. Like, they're just denying these runes from SF, because Iceberg does have an empty bottle once again, so that's a regen rune denied. The catapult will be killed off by the arrow. 2 hits from this Cardi to the tower.
Work as well as...
Dire's
Thompson's
middle tower is under attack.
Oh, yeah.
Not 6.
Yep, he's sitting under the tower. He's going to let the Phoenix scout first, but also requires that always want to fly. Dives out. Thompson knows the scenario. Thompson's still sitting under a ward. Maybe even trying to force some moves here because they're going on mid one. Time and time again. Just keeps harassing the Centaur as much as they can. You know, they can't drive him out of lane, even though he doesn't have any HP regen items at the moment. He's sitting on 900. Actually going straight up for a Blink Dagger. You think this is the smart choice for Centaur? Just skipping anything in between? I mean, he does have boots and he does have a wand.
Almost never like it. But I guess it's because the rest of his lineup doesn't have any.
Mars in trouble. Going on general. He misses the spear. They're gonna go up them and they will get the kill. Sumail will be credited. That one, No-Till helping him out. Bot lane, mid one, very low HP, does have Stampede. Couldn't find the opening to go on the Phoenix. Now Sox is here. One good arrow could do the trick. There we have it. The arrow will connect and Phoenix will fall.
And bonus courier
has been killed.
Oh, yes. Right on the money.
So you can already see OG's game plan come to. This is such a classic. Sumail's ready for this, and he's got the boots of travel queued up, so they're looking to scoop. Sumail's gonna be pushing out waves, dark space.
If they can catch this Lycan, it could be huge. He does get his ulti popped off, and the arrow will connect, and that is your Lycan dead by V-Tune. Goodbye. So even though he had really quick fingers with the shapeshift, as soon as that Stampede went off, he instantly had his finger on top of the ulti, pops it, but the stun from Sumail was enough that the arrow just snuck through all the creeps, landed on him, made sure that he died.
Once again, a view with tower tempo again. This play out before, and that after they get this tower, they'll no doubt that fight. Aloha Dance has been sitting behind Iceberg for what looks like an entire match already.
What do you think about the scenario right now? I mean, we're already closed up the laning phase like a while ago. We see some active rotations coming in. If OG does the same thing in game 2, if they can punish like 2 early towers, what do they need to do after that? Do they just keep on snowballing with this pusher lineup with Lesh and Klinks capable of pushing the towers down? Do they want to go for a split push? Do you want to look for team fights? Or do you just go with what FTM does?
Because as you end up pushing, get into more and more of these situations, that's where fights definitely happen. So you're going to want to use travel on that.
Mars ulti, mid one, should be dead.
Yes, mid one looks like he was overextended just look there.
But at the same time, Lesh TP's mid. We have a sneaky Soxa right behind him. He's landed some very good arrows. Here comes the Mirana ulti. No tail, should be scouted out. Always want to flip, pops the dust. They know that they've been seen. They're coming in force, but they might just rotate all the way back to mid. Iceberg is now sitting in the river. Thompson really quick with this. Sumail is also very fast, 523 movement speed. You cannot run away from this disco pony, and Iceberg will go down. The arrow's not even needed for this kill.
Really got distracted there by what I was doing with
under attack.
Jungle was never their target. They wanted to get that ward down, make sure more vision for flight can move from that approach.
Oh, and now low dance. One hit from Tops. There we go. Snuck up behind the SD, got a few hits in, and that one final right click to do the job. Seal the deal. Now they're pushing onto mid. Have they actually taken down that bot tower? they have. So now they're focusing onto the mid tower. Thompson dishing out hits onto Always Wanna Fly. He will live through this. There's a TP coming in as well. It's going to be General. They've also got the SF coming in. They're all OG heroes stacked up. He needs 10 more seconds with the Arena of Blue to come a cooldown. But he won't have the time for it. They do get the disruption up. There's an egg already popped in the back lines. And OG in trouble. They've got Thompson in the firing line. He will fall. Mid one being chased down. V2 pops his ulti. The Arena of Blood catches two. Notail is also inside it. And they will take a third kill. And FTM just in time. It looked like they cannot take this initiation right away, but they had two heroes stunned because of the egg, and it just worked out perfectly for them.
If I can really get this tower, otherwise that fight was still happily.
Dire's middle tower has fallen.
Distance. Iceberg, I was curious if he was gonna do this. After all, Iceberg definitely in trouble. You gotta love it.
The classic SF. Sumail has to be a bit careful here. He's got a low dance and Always Wanna Fly. I mean, technically Sumail could just take this fight on by himself, as he will. Does get banished up. Soxa mid one, smoked up. Soxa finds Always Wanna Fly, so that's your Phoenix down. Mid one, catching the SD and a lower dance. Can he TP out? It's gonna be a close one. He makes it just in time. At the same time, V2 pushing in the top tower, realizing that all this movement is happening in the bottom area. He's got time to hit the tower, but will be forced back with Sumail TPing in. He's a bit afraid to commit more. Soxa in the jungle, however. Iceberg coming in from the low ground. V2 following up. Soxa backs out. More TPs coming in. OG is the time for them to back out. He does. Mid one also has a blink on Centaur. They want to fight this. They really want to fight this. Never mind the result. Mid looking for his blink opportunity. Here comes the Moonlight Shadow. Always Wanna Fly. Might be the bait. He is tanky for a Phoenix. Mid one pops down the sentry, destroys it. No fight breaking loose though. They're still just holding on with which team ever move. Because Mars can always reinitiate, and even if FTM would go in, they would have, well, they don't actually have the Stampede on cooldown. Oh, sorry, off cooldown. Well, it is what it is. And Thompson backing away as well as Iceberg and Lohadas come closer. They're still sitting in this jungle though. Trying to keep up the pressure.
Still giving Sumail all the space.
Radiant's top tower has fallen.
You know, the team with the Lycan would like to do that, but the team with the Lycan doesn't.
There you go. Stun on Phoenix. Baiting him out. This is the warding wars right now. The same glyph has been contested for so many times. Here's the egg. The arena's there as well. General gets arrowed up by Soxa. The stun catching Notail, but Notail can be sacrificed for this. But OG's like, we're not sacrificing any comrades here. Sumail will go down to Iceberg in the top lane. They had the Lycan there as well with the shapeshift used. And OG, can they find any respond kills? Can find a trade here in the bottom lane? Everyone from FTM are just disengaging and trying to get out. Thompson following on Alohadance's heels. Gets a few hits in. Now comes V2. A lot of damage. Iceberg with the ultimate blows down OG. 4 heroes gone. Thompson's TP cancelled as well. Fly to Moon are definitely beating OG in the astronaut race right now. That is OG gone.
Annihilated. I was watching that kill on top. Iceberg just stalking down Sumail, hitting him with the Shadow Blades to realize that he was in trouble. And then, yeah, there's no burst damage on the rest of the lineup. There's that bottom fight, it's pressure, but you're not making space anymore. Your Lash already got run down. You can't chase there anymore. A really
exactly,
big
yeah.
punish. Beautiful.
But the moves here from Fly to Moon, they definitely got what they wanted out of that team fight. OG really heavily punished. They lose their net worth lead at the same. And Leshrak's 7,600 net worth now caught up with 7,500 from the SF. Big ultimate from Iceberg with the Shadow Blade, and now going for more. Mid one. Revealed in the mid lane, going for it. There's that TP coming in from Leshrak. They cannot cancel this one, and Always Wanna Fly. Heavy nuke damage coming in from Sumail. Makes it work out. 1 second for the blink from mid one. He misses the stun on General. He just walks left when mid one went right. Iceberg still holding up right behind it. Do they have any detection on him though? Big one. There we have the arena block connecting onto two, and No-Tail and Sumail are all so low. Sumail will already go down, and No-Tail still surviving. Thompson getting hit by double raises, triple raises. Mid one gets another stun. No-Tail's already gone. Mid one trying to make a run for it. Soxa's also disengaging from this. Aloha dance. Oh, he's so close to cancelling the TP. V2 is still chasing onto Thompson, and he's got the Necro books, he's got the vision, and he might just find himself a kill. Thompson pops his ult, trying to buy some time for himself. We get him a bit of extra damage onto V2, but where's the backup? There's no backup for Thompson, and V2 takes this for free.
That shapeshift lasts so long. There's no way he's still in skeleton arm as it runs. Once again, OG, this is kind of why I don't like that blink on the center. I can see where they're coming from, but you have no aura presence right now, and you're trying to 5-man early anyway.
Right, looking for more. They're approaching the top lane. The spear not going to connect onto Soxa or Sumail. Arrow almost hitting V-Tune, but always want to fly is also there. There's 3 Fly to Moon heroes around here. OG, they're smoked up. Mid one and No-Tail coming in from the right side. Iceberg and V-Tune holding the high ground, and FTM. They need to get that Shadow Demon into this fight, as it's going to pop right now. The call should come that help us out. We are going to fight right now. Mars, 13 seconds for the ultimate. The stun lock is there. The nuke is there. They will take down General. So OG get the first kill, and SD still in the bottom lane. He doesn't want to take part in this fight at all. I think it's because no shapeshift, so means no team fight.
Definitely no arena. It's that AoE.
OG going for more. They find V2. They locate where he is. And then there's a stun coming in from the center. The buyback coming in from the Mars as well. Mars could get a huge ultimate. Once again, he's got 4 heroes in it. Soxa does manage to get out. There's also the Phoenix ulti in the back line. And they will manage to take down V2 and OG. Find themselves another kill. General, they also got mid one. He's so low. And he's still ticking low, and he will go down. No-Tail is also falling. Soxa's down. No-Tail's courier will be killed as well. And OG end up licking their wounds. Thompson was not there. There's no way he would have got back into that. And OG sacrificed 4 heroes for V-Tune.
And V-Tune only died because Soxa hit another arrow on. That was way too close for comfort, and even then, not worth it. Not worth it at all.
They're not getting the power spike from this Lesh's damage output as they were hoping it to give. Damage is lacking.
Well, the problem is that you can't really focus down when you're getting bounced around in this Mars ult that's restricted. Plus, if your burst is not heavy enough, this Sunray lengthened them so much. Burst is definitely there on the side of it. You can make sure it's fighting 5 moments now. With Icebergs, with the Bonk Mars. It's, by the way, it's official. God's rebuke.
It's bonk.
Everyone
absolutely bonkers.
Is exiled.
Well, let's see what's going to happen here in the bot lane. Thompson sitting in with Invis right next to V-Tune. Iceberg farming in the jungle. He's got 2 more Fly to Moon heroes around him. General, take the bait in mid. Mid one is there once again. No-Tail right next to him. The bubble will be thrown in. Always want to flop. Looking for the dive. Goes to the Sunray first. Taking down the Centaur. The Stampede's not enough. OG decides to... They just want to go in. They're not going to allow General to do anything but they want, but the damage is coming in. Iceberg! This man, V-Tune as well. They just do so much damage onto OG. And Fly to Moon are punishing OG at this point. They're just winning these fights time after time again. And now... Oh, Soxa, no. He's got 2 more lead charges. And Iceberg needs to read them correctly here. And there he's gonna fly, and there you go on the cliff. Can you TP out? No, you cannot.
Bird says no, sir.
Nope. Oh, sir.
Free road time for Vici. He's already in the pit. He didn't care about the last kill whatsoever.
This is a snowball from Fly to Moon. They're making this early game work out so well for them. Going to Roshan before the 20-minute mark, meaning that they can also pick up bounties. They will deny the outpost as well. So no XP for OG either. Huge deficit.
It is. What is OG heroes like kill?
Oh, Dobson. Another one for Iceberg. 10, 1, and 5 on this Shadow Fiend. I can already hear Fly to Moon that they're having fun.
Oh yeah, definitely. Thompson is like, you kill me in lane?
Yeah, Thompson doesn't really care.
Anything to me? Oh no.
he'll just keep coming back at you. But yeah, like you've already talked about.
Sensitive, man.
Exactly, like you said in the laning phase.
There is a center quality one. I want to see if they.
But like you said already in the laning phase, that if Iceberg getting bullied in lane early on, he just sucks in all that energy and turns it into performance. And with these 10 kills that he's picked up so far, 12,000 net worth, 21 minutes in. This SF is huge. Shadowblade, BKB as well. Yeah, and the Aegis that he's holding on to for the next 4 minutes.
I mean, he also has a full in the bank. He can buy that person anytime. It feels like having buybacks more. I can see that because G played up so much, even when other definitely not towers, and if buybacks are more
up
than they would. Sometimes OG goes so fast that you trip right up.
Yep, you cannot follow up. And Saksa will be found. Elova dances there. Saksa taking a heavy amount of damage here. Nope, can teleport out of this. Always Wanna Fly gets credited with the kill. And it's 24-12 for Fly to Moon. Take a quick look at the graphs as well. As you see, there's almost a 5k net worth lead and almost 20,000 in XP going in favor of Fly to Moon.
That is bird. How's
Dire's top tower is under
Spicy.
Dire's structures are fortified.
Yep, OG moving around at the bottom area. Team is pretty much sitting behind him. There's Saksa and Sumail sitting in the top lane. Can't really contest the defense of this tier 2 tower, even though they did recently buff the tier 2 towers. Still not a worthy target to fight around, especially if you don't have your entire team there. Tune, General. One good spear could do the trick. He will use the bonk, but he won't connect. Top lane sucks. Oh, it was a trap along. They just got initiated right away as they turned in. Saksa very low here. Always Wanna Fly. Pops the egg at the back line. The tower is tanking the hits, doing 0 damage to it. OG wait for the egg to explode. Sumail actually caught by the stun. General sneaking up from behind. Gets the ulti up to 2. Sumail is the primary target here. Mid one is also dropping low. Sumail will go down. They will take the tower. They will take mid one as well. And FTM are on the push. Saksa TPing back home. And now comes Thompson. But you are too late for the party. Or is he? He wants to make the plays happen. He's tanking. The General is just tanking all of this. And Thompson is evaporated. OG are in big trouble. Iceberg leading the charge.
That's the kind of just never see OG make that. But he's doing that on his own. Normally when they go in, they always have another plan to go, another plan to go back. But instead of it's just so high attack. And yeah, no.
Nope. He feels the hurt. He feels the hurt from Iceberg. These melee racks are a piece of cake for them. Fly to Moon will take the top racks, and that's the first racks of the game down. 23 minutes. And Fly to Moon, 10,000 gold ahead.
I'd like to point out that Iceberg also hasn't popped it.
Nope, no need. And he finds mid one. All by himself, in front of enemy base. How much respect are you going to give Iceberg at this point? Like, I mean, they didn't even see him there, but they're just giving him so much right now. No tail, almost getting 3-shot. Thompson can't fight this. And there's still an Aegis to worry about. It cannot kill Iceberg. Iceberg kills you.
And he finishes off his Daedalus. He's in Shadowblade again, so it's actually fine. Well.
Oh, no tail's gone. General gets a kill. The tier 3 in the mid lane in trouble. The arrow will not connect from Saksa. 20 seconds for the Abaddon to be up alive. And FTM really giving OG to fight for the life here right now. Thompson is so much damage now taken from him, but he will still stay alive. The range racks will fall. The melee racks are in trouble as well. Sumail has a fresh BKB. Can they find an opening? Alova down. Stone gets stunned, but the Necro unit will tank the arrow. Sumail is just getting body blocked by his teammates, and he will get credit to death. Iceberg gets the kill. He will pop his BKB for the first time. The Aegis will also run out just in time. Now mid one. going for the stun, trying to look for the Mars in general. He will get stunned in place, but he will just tank it all, and Thompson will go down. There comes the arena, but he catch nothing with it. But they're still running away from the V-Tune, fighting all the way to the fountain, going to look for Soxa. They will kill him off, and now they cannot take down mid one, but they will happily take 3 from OG, plus the Rex, and they're looking for the GG. They're just putting Iron Branches on the ground, saying that we have this game. We're going to take it from you. We lost in game 1. We won you in the second, and now we will evaporate. We will demolish you in game 3. OG in trouble. Can they still do a last hurrah? 13 seconds for the Leshrac to be alive. 18 seconds for Thompson and the Clinks. No-Tail's ulti already popped. The last tier 4 towers down. They're going on to the Ancient, and no GG has been called yet. They're still going at, they're hitting, and they're trying to make the damage pull out. Soxa gets the arrow into Mars. No-Tail will be destroyed. SF has been held in place, but the Ancient will go down, and Fly to Moon will take the victory in this series, 2-1.
In what fashion? That was stunningly executed, honestly. They know exactly what the